Hey, welcome to my New Game Plus walkthrough for Cronos The New Dawn. New Game Plus, we're also doing this on hard mode, of course, to get hard mode trophy out of the way. You'll either be watching this as part 14 of my complete series, or you're watching this as a single video, because these different playthroughs, I will be putting them all into one video once the series is complete. But I'm just going to cut out that first cutscene. You can't skip it again, you have to watch the whole thing. The choices do not matter, as before, choices do not matter for that first cutscene, and at the end of it, just shoot the lock once, wait a few seconds, and then charge up and shoot the broken lock to knock it off and open the door. So once outside, he's going to make our way over to the first block. So where we're going to be doing this is I'm going to be skipping almost, not everything, but the majority of stuff I am going to be skipping. So if there's anything you missed, collectible wise, you're going to have to either keep an eye on my new game guide at the same time, on my text guide, because in my text guide I've got all collectibles mentioned, of course, as you go through this. But hopefully you know what you missed and you're going to know exactly where it is, so you can just keep it in mind. Then when you go past it, grab it along the way. I'm going to be using most of my materials which I've saved up across New Game, so you're not going to be seeing me looting much. If you need more ammo than me, just make sure along the way smash any crates you come across, grab any loot for example. But I will not be collecting much because I've got about 400 bullets in storage. I've got about 20 first aid kits, I've got about 30 or 40 pairs, the same with Torchul. I've got about 40,000 money still. So yes, I have a lot to keep me going for most of hard mode. Now you're going to grab a key, going to come in here, you're going to grab the chemicals on your left. There should be 3 chemicals there. I'm still going to grab a few things and I will point them out, but yes, anything else feel free to grab yourself. There is no time limit, we just have to get through New Game Plus on hard mode and do a thing which we've not done so far, like get most of the essences. We'll be doing that. I'll take you through all the essences we need to get. The ones we're going to be doing this is getting all the Fallen Travelers and getting all the Marzek essences, all 3 at the same time. We're going to be doing that as well. So grab that grab that chemical, grab a fuse, and then come up these stairs onto the next floor. So chemicals and the fuse in the bottom of that tailor shop, and you come up here. We're going to drop down on the right. There will be less autosaves on hard mode, by the way. For example, one normally spawned here when you drop down, but it doesn't happen no more. So grab that fuse, make your way back here. Now an enemy's going to bash through that door. Going to go through behind him and crawl through a little gap at the end. On hard mode, there's not more enemies or stronger enemies. I mean, you can kill him with the same amount of bullets. They do more damage to you, and I think they're a little bit more aggressive. But yes, their health is pretty much the same as on normal. They just do more damage to you. So you got both fuses now. Going to come in here, going to place them both in the fuse panel to unlock the door. There's a save point near here if you want to use it. Yeah, just there. Now to my right, to the far right, there's a small room with a camera inside it. I'm not going to get it, of course, so I don't really need it anymore. But I'm going to come here to the far left, grab a chemical, and I'm going to jump over these pipes. I'm going to be running past most of the enemies if I can. Yeah, most of them if I can. But we continue on along here, and then when we drop down, we're going to spin around and go straight in the door behind us. We are going to be changing our weapon soon. I'm going to be using a hammer weapon for most, the dagger handgun for most of the playthrough. I'm going to switch it up slightly. The arbalest, you can craft arbalest ammo now as well, by the way, but you need cores to do so. And to begin with, I need cores to fully upgrade my suit. I need about 7 more cores to fully upgrade my suit integrity. But you want to run past that enemy, come to his shop. There's a chemical on the counter. Yeah, just behind the counter, guys, on the bottom shelf, grab a chemical and then crouch through here, and that enemy cannot chase you anymore. Come along here, jump over this ledge. What I've done on the text guide is I've copied across the New Game playthrough, but rather than deleting what we're not doing, I've just highlighted it in green. So you can kind of still see on the text guide where all collectibles are, because I've not deleted them, I've just highlighted them in green to say that I don't collect them. You're going to come in here. Remember, when you take this key, it spawns an enemy, and we're going to run away as soon as we can. And if you're quick, you can get to the door, unlock it, and then go through, and the enemy, he cannot follow you through the door. So as soon as you get the key, run back the opposite way. Yeah, through here, back into the shop, and open the door on your left, guys. Go through, and if you're quick enough, the enemy will not be able to hit you. Yeah, this is probably going to be about 3 or 4 hours, by the way, the total length. So the cats spawn again. I'll probably only be stroking the cats which drop a core, so I'm not going to be stroking them all, any which are kind of on our way as well. So we still need to fabricate every single item, by the way. So we're going to grab this core from that locker just because it's nearby. We're not going to get every single core, just the ones which are nearby. And what we're also going to do, I'm not going to do this all the time, but we're going to buy handgun bullets like normal. Going to buy chemicals, going to buy metal scraps, going to buy pierce, but you also want to buy the Arbalest Bolt Blueprint. Yes, make sure you buy the Arbalest Bolt Blueprint. And you also want to make sure you craft all items you have not crafted yet, whenever you get enough materials. So what I've just crafted then is I crafted shotgun bullets, which I've not crafted before. I've crafted a shell patch small and a shell patch medium. I've gone back into shop just to see if there's anything new to buy, because sometimes when you buy something you can go back in and there'll be new items. And I'm also selling all my shotgun bullets and carbine ammo like as before. You can use different weapon to me if you want to, but look at all this ammo I've got. Yes, I've accumulated all of that across New Game basically. So I've made it so I can get through New Game Plus a lot quicker. Look at all my pierce. Yeah, so many. So I want the dagger handgun. I'm going to take out a dagger, come back to the workstation. I'm going to reset the normal handgun. I'm going to reset it and then fully upgrade the dagger. I'm also going to leave the Arbalest fully upgraded, because sometimes we will use the Arbalest. Because we can craft ammo now, we'll probably use it for certain boss fights, but what I want to do first is fully upgrade my suit and get a trophy for that. Yes, I want to fully upgrade my suit first. Because I upgraded the torch fuel and the pierce in New Game, I need a few more cores. Otherwise, I would have probably been able to fully upgrade my suit if I did it a different way, but having the torch fuels and pierce upgraded really helps and makes them a lot more powerful. So once you've done so, I'm going to put the handgun in storage, my sword handgun. I'm going to keep the dagger. So the dagger handgun, you can't charge it up, but it fires a lot quicker. So we've got plenty of ammo. It's not a bad choice because you can just get rid of enemies a lot quicker. Like I say, but we are going to be running past most of them, so hopefully you will not need too much ammo. Right, so once you've done so, continue through here. And you want to go in the far door. Just mash the wooden boards on the back of the doorway. Yeah, like I say, the text guide, it has lots of more things on there which I don't necessarily do. So you want to come in here, you want to burn the biomass on the left. Yeah, so sorry, make sure you did bring a torch fuel up from your stash. Grab a chemical on the right, then come in here and grab the Traveller's Seal Key. I've got plenty of healing items, so I'm not really too fussed if I do take damage. I can just heal up from some of my healing items from the stash. Once you've got a Traveller's Seal Key, come to the store, unlock it, then go right and press a button to unlock the main door to the station. Head outside, up to the surface guys, and trigger the Cronos intro title card. Yeah, Cronos the New Dawn, coming right up. Yeah, so in this part, on my New Game Plus playthrough, this was 2 parts. But in this hard so far, we've managed to squeeze 2 videos into one, and it's only taken us 25 minutes. I mean, hopefully the rest of it is going to go this quick, but I guess we will see. So I'm going to spin around and then make our way to far end. There's some energy here, there's a crate you can smash, but again, I'm going to leave it because I don't need it anymore. I've got plenty to keep me going. The thing I like about handgun is ammo is very cheap to craft. You can craft ammo for the handgun, and you've still got metal scraps to craft any torch fuel or pierce that you need. But what you'll probably find what I'm going to do going forward is I'm probably going to keep most of my metal scraps. I'm probably always going to have like 3 or so in my inventory. So if I ever have no torch fuel or pierce and I need them, I can easily craft them. So push that metal rack out of the way. Come around here, and the enemy's going to trigger. But we're just going to avoid him by quickly dropping down. He does not follow you. Just drop down the stage quickly and he'll just stand up there. Because he knows his friends are down here, he's probably laughing to himself thinking, 3 of my buddies are down there, they'll get you instead. But no, we're going to get rid of them very, very easily with our dagger handgun. You're going to come through this little crawl space, because in here you've got metal scrap and you've got a core. But we'll just grab all the loot. Probably quicker to grab it all than try to take your time and pick up just a specific piece. So grab all the energy, grab the core from the locker, and also grab the metal scrap. Now approach the green door, and it will lock, trigger 3 enemies. There you go, alert a conflict. The first one spawns there. Yeah, 3 headshots from a dagger will normally take out enemies. Second enemy spawns from here. And the third enemy spawns back over here. There you go, nice and quick, got them all. So on the new game, I actually didn't use any ammo on them. I just dropped torch fuel and stomped on their heads. That's a lot quicker. We're going to come up here and we're going to manipulate the Oddity. Going to grab the emitter first. There's actually a first aid kit in here as well if you need it, guys, just on the left. So yes, grab the emitter and then manipulate the Oddity. Go across the bridge, trigger another cutscene. These enemies coming up, I'm going to run past every single one of them. New game, I did kill them all because I was trying to avoid damage. But if you've got torch fuel, if they do manage to get on your platform, yeah, so manipulate the Oddity, go across and manipulate it again and go through the tram. Yeah, these enemies coming up, if they do manage to get on your platform and they go up with you, drop a torch fuel, because then they will not follow you and it will stun them, just while you get a chance to run away. Because when I was trying to do this quick on my other account, I went up and I honestly didn't think they could follow you. So I thought they were going to kind of glitch up at the top and just stand there doing nothing. But no, once we got up, they attacked me and they started following me into the pharmacy area. They really needed some more medication, but I want it all for myself. So you want to take them out and make sure they don't follow you. Or just stun them, so they don't see where you go. But yeah, once you drop down here, manipulate that to move these rocks. So I'm going to run past these enemies. There's going to be 3 in this middle part and then 1 will run at you from this far passage. Yeah, never mind, I did get attacked from behind. Slap my butt. Yep, slap my butt cheeks, he did as well. So going to quickly run to the end and manipulate that Oddity quickly before anybody catches up. That's it. Now if anybody does go up with you like this, drop a torch fuel to stun them. That's it, and then just give you a chance to run away. Now we're going to go up these 5 steps to the top floor. We're going to spin around and come over here. So on the first playthrough, this took me about 30 minutes to get to this point. Of course, we're killing most of the enemies, we're grabbing all the loot. Now it's taking me like just over 10. So drop down here. Not trying to boast or anything, I'm just trying to say how quick it can be when you're skipping enemies and not collecting all the loot. So we grab the chemicals on the right. Come in here, open this locker, you'll find a core inside it. In that one you'll find a shell patch and there'll be some handgun ammo as well. So grab all these goodies, I'm going to sell them in a minute. When I am in a safe room, I probably am going to collect everything in a safe room. So if you've got enough, you want to craft some more items. You're not crafted yet. So it's a trophy for crafting everything at least once, but our blessed bolt doesn't count for some reason, just everything else. So at the shop, I'm going to buy all the normal stuff. Handgun bullets, metal scrap, and chemicals and pear. So craft anything you've not crafted yet. For me, I'm crafting carbine ammo. I've not crafted them before. You have carbine ammo, and then I'm also going to craft shell patch as well. Shell patch large, because I've not crafted them before either. So yeah, we're going to make sure you craft all of those guys. That's it, you should hopefully pop a trophy. There you go. To pave the path. Fabricate all item types. Like I say, for some reason the our blessed bolt doesn't count. And then once done so, you can put everything in storage except for your dagger handgun and handgun ammo times 30. By the way, with your dagger handgun, because it can get through ammo fast, you always want to try and have about 30 bullets extra with you. Yeah, it's a nice amount to have just extra. After saving the game, we are going to manipulate this Oddity next, just reveal a path forward. There'll be 2 enemies which will rush towards you, but just shoot the 2 gas tanks to kill them when they get close. There's an enemy fight coming up, by the way, which is quite... There's a nice way to avoid them all, but you have to make sure you prepare beforehand. But it's a really good way to do it. You could still escape them technically, but it'd be harder to do it without taking damage because they catch up to you. This way, they do not catch up. So you want to drop down here, behind the tram, come around to the right, manipulate that Oddity down there. Yeah, come back across here and then manipulate that one next. Now you might have seen that platform on the left has been raised, and that's one we need to use later. So, but if you come across this bridge, you can just manipulate it again. There you go. Once you pass it and send it back down, like that. Then once it's sent back down, now we can actually escape these enemies really quick. because the platform's already there. We can just get on the platform, do the Oddity, and go back up. Whereas normally you'd have to lower it down and then go back up again. So drop down here. When you get to this corner, enemies going to start spawning. So just run directly around the corner. Run to the far end. There is a valuable here, but I'm just going to avoid it. Yeah, so you want to get on this far platform and quickly manipulate the Oddity before the enemy catches up. There you go, and you escaped him without any need to waste ammo. Once up here, I'm going to continue into the next safe room. You can just save your game and then climb up the ladder to the next floor. There's no core in that room, I don't think. There's a new weapon. There's some handgun ammo, shotgun bullets, which maybe I should have got them, but it's not a big deal. Yes, climb up this ladder. Now straight ahead of you will be some metal scrap. I'm going to grab that one. Then come back this way. Lift a metal locker out of the way. Once you've done that, go through this door, then go right into the bathroom. Because in here it's some chemical. Grab a chemical, then come in here, grab a metal scrap on the left, guys, then continue around, and you'll trigger a cutscene. There's no autosave here, like there is on normal mode. Yeah, normal mode gives you 2 autosaves here, for some reason, like a minute after another. But there's no autosaves at this point on hard mode. Yeah, smash the wooden barricade, and then carry on until you fall down. This encounter coming up is exactly the same on this mode. Well, it's exactly the same. So first of all, when you first fall down, go forward a little bit to trigger the first enemy. As long as you do not go any further forward, you will not trigger anymore. Just this guy by himself. Just go forward a few steps until he triggers and then back up. You can let him come in here so that when the other enemies spawn later, they do not try to merge with him. I mean, he was a bit too close anyway, so he might do anyway. But when you run around here, it's going to trigger the other enemies. So you got that enemy straight on, take him out. This enemy on your left, take him out next. Come around this corner to where you took out that enemy over here. Wait for that enemy to get close and shoot the gas tanks. Hopefully the other enemy coming from the other direction was close enough to kill him. Then you want to come in here, kill that other enemy at the back. Come back in this bigger area over here. Kill that enemy and then use that gas tank to kill the final one. Final 1 or 2. Because as you can see, it looks like there's another enemy left. Yes, there she is. The red tank did not quite kill him. And that's it, that's all them enemies done. They always spawn in the same places, by the way. So if you know where they are, you can kind of do it exactly the same way as me. I'm going to come outside, I'm not going to grab any loot. I'm going to come outside, drop down, and then go right. We are going to get the bolt cutters in this video. We're actually going to end this video just before the boss, who has the 3 exacts on its body, up in the apartment. Yeah, just before we make our way up to that. But here, it's going to make our way straight across and into the shopping area. I'm not going to bother with any of these enemies because when they spawn later, I'm just going to run past them all. Enemy's going to come out that room on the right. I'm just going to run past him. Straight in here. Going to run straight past this enemy. And drop down in the courtyard up ahead on the right. When you drop down here, you want to manipulate the Oddity. Just down there. Create the bridge ready for later. That's it. Then we're just going to grab the chemical there on the left. The metal scrap on the right. And then make our way up into the apartment block. They will not follow you into the apartment block. Once you get through that front door, guys, you are safe. There's a safe room on the right if you want to just stop off and just save your game. Check up on your supplies, anything like that. I'm going to come upstairs. I'm going to detonate all these bulbs. Then I'm going to shoot the orange tank to burn the biomass. Yeah, once that's burned, I'm going to go through and carry on up to the next floor. Going to manipulate that Oddity next. And then this one carrying all the way to the top. We're going to run straight through these next few rooms, but first we'll burn that biomass. There will be some bulb enemies. If you quit, you can run past them, but if you want to play it safe, just shoot them once before you run past, or just detonate them by running into them and then away. Yes, there's a bulb enemy, and there's some bulbs attached to the wall as well. As you can see, I took a bit damage there, so it's up to you if you want to play it as risky as what I did, or play it a bit safer. Grab a chemical, shoot that orange tank to burn this biomass. Yeah, 2 chemicals there. Keep trying to, if you're using a handgun like I am, guys, keep crafting handgun ammo with your chemicals, and with your metal scrap, like I say, you can hold them, save them up if you want to, or you can craft pierce or torch shield. Yeah, an enemy spawns ahead when you come in this corridor, so take out the headless enemy and then just run forward. There'll be some bulbs on the sides, so watch out for them that they don't damage you. Now take out these enemies first which spawn in here before you go and grab a key, because once you grab a key, a bunch of enemies are going to spawn and these will be here in your way, and every time one explodes it's going to stun you. So yes, make sure you get them all. There should be 5 bulb enemies crawling towards you when you first come through. And once ready, now as soon as you grab this torch shield, it's going to spawn the enemies, the proper enemies. That's it. Quickly grab the key, sorry. Quickly grab a key, come back in here, move the locker out of the way. Yeah, you must be quick to do this, otherwise the enemies will get a chance to attack you. I have no idea how that enemy got outside. Actually, I think he followed me from another room. Somehow we couldn't crawl beneath that locker. So once outside, you got a key. Drop down this ledge, be ready, an enemy's going to come out from that door on the right. I'm actually going to take him out and go and grab the healing item inside here. Yeah, because inside this room there's a medium healing kit and some other goodies. There you go, handgun ammo and a medium first aid kit. I'm going to use that. Carry on down to the bottom. Now we're going to go back outside and go and get the bolt cutters. We're going to have that little mini boss coming up, but he dies in, I think it's about 5 bullets from the headshot from this gun. I think it's about 5 or 6, not too many. But he goes down really quick. So straight out here. Yeah, the enemies might be waiting for you. Yeah, go straight across this bridge we created earlier. Now, be an acid enemy first. Try to just run left or right to avoid the acid. That's it. And then run past him. Be quick before all the other enemies get up. Now, what these enemies like to do is when you get the bolt cutters, they like to wait outside the door. I don't know why they scripted to do that. Yeah, they wait outside the door. So as soon as you come out the door, there'll be like 5 enemies waiting. But that's why we've got torch fuel. Yeah, we've got torch fuel to drop when we open that door. Burn the enemies and stun them so we can quickly run past. So unlock that door with the hardware store key. Now I'm going to grab all the loot quickly. So you've got a crate there. On the middle shelf you've got a chemical. You've got some bullets there. Another crate. You've got some shotgun ammo over here on that shelf. And you've got 2 more crates over here. And then once you're ready, shoot the orange tanks in that room. Once you're ready. There you go. Now come over here and get ready to headshot the mini boss and kill him. Like I say, it takes about 6 bullets, not too many. There you go. Boss already dead. Coming in next, grab the bolt cutters. Yeah, so when we approach this door, an enemy somehow attacks me through it. My plan was to open the door and then drop the torch fuel. But because they attacked me through it somehow, I'm going to have to drop a torch fuel first, which I just did. So yeah, I dropped a torch fuel. I just dropped the second one just in case it didn't quite get them all. And that will just allow you to get away from all them enemies without too much damage. And now it's making our way back to the hotel. And now I'm going to go and save my game. And grab all the loot from inside the hotel. The safe room. Yes, just run past all these guys. Like I say, they will not follow you into the hotel. Yeah, so in the safe room. Yeah, so once inside there is a core in that locker. So make sure you grab that one. Yeah, a core in that locker. You can go to workstation. You can sell all your shotgun ammo if you have any. And what you want in your stash, guys, you want the bolt cutters, the dagger handgun. You want 30 ammo, of course. And you also want Peer ×4. It'll make this boss really easily with Peer ×4. Which they'll put 4 Peers at him and he's basically dead. Remember, there's a core in this room, a loot. You want to make sure you grab that. Some shotgun ammo. There's some random crates. There's, yeah, some goodies in there. But save game afterwards, guys, and that'll be it for part 14. We've got a boss fight coming up. But we should be in block 34. Got the bolt cutters now. I'm just going to come outside and cut the chain on the elevator, guys, and ride it up to the top. So you want to make sure you've got 4 Pierce with you, about 15 or 30 spare handgun ammo, and you've got a dagger handgun, of course, and you might want 2 torch fuel as well. Going forward, you might not always see them in my inventory. Sometimes I forget, but it's always a good idea now to have at least 15 extra bullets for your handgun, 2 or 4 Pierce, and the same with torch fuel. Always a good idea to always have them with you now going forward. Because we're running past enemies quite a lot, there might be times when you might get stuck or have a group of enemies around you. But you've got the means to quickly drop a torch fuel or drop here in a part where you know you're going to be pulling a lock, for example. You can lob a pier down to stun any enemies which get close, allow you to move it out of the way and get past. Where normally without the pier you probably get interrupted, get damaged and get into trouble. So just always good things to bear in mind, guys, going forward. Continue up this ladder right at the end, and then when we get to the top, take a sharp right, grab the metal scrap and the first aid kit. Use the first aid kit to heal if you need to. So this enemy, he's going to die very, very quick. Well, not enemy, it's an enemy, but he's supposed to be a boss. Come straight head first, smash that crate, find some handgun ammo. All the equipment and loot in this room, by the way, is all fixed. You always get the same amount as what I get. So yeah, once he spawns and kind of turns to face you, just fire 3 or 4 pierce, guys, and that'll kill him straight away. Nice, easy way to kill him. Once he's gone down, grab the 1000 energy, then quickly come in here to far end, grab a torch fuel, smash a crate, grab any other items you want. Like I say, there's no time limit. If you want to grab all loot in the arena, you can do. I just grabbed them, which are kind of along my way as I went to the exit. Then once the door opens, come out here, manipulate the Oddity, make way across a bridge and go over to the time rift to warp to the hotel room. When we do get to the apartment, you need to put in the code 811 to unlock the safe and get a document, which you need to grab anyway to progress. And there's a lot of cutscenes in this video, which I've kind of cut out. We are going to get one new essence. I think it's the first essence you obtain anyway. But later on we will probably be discarding it. But this is that essence which makes it so when enemies are burning, you do more damage, which is nice. So yeah, in the time rift you'll get in this apartment. Just go turn around and then go left into this back room, the study. 811 is the code. Once you put that code, grab a document, then go back into the living room and then go out the front door. And that'll be that area done. Yep, outside here into the corridor, go left, make way to the end, and then when you go down the steps, guys, it's going to trigger a long cutscene. I've cut out the cutscene. There are some dialogue choices, but they have no major consequence, so pick whatever choice you want to. That's it, cutscene has been skipped, so just pause the video if you need to until you've watched it. Yeah, it takes a good few minutes. You still can't skip them, even on New Game Plus, which is a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully it's something they might patch in at a later date. Fingers crossed for future players. Okay, you want to watch it your first time, but you don't need to really watch them a second time, do you? So use the elevator. We're going to come straight outside and go left and leave the hotel block. There is a safe room in there nearby if you want to go and check it out. Grab any loot and stock up on whatever you need to. But it should be okay for the time being. You do want to make sure you have a peer with you though, at least. Yeah, you do want to make sure you have some peers. We're not going to kill these enemies coming up, but in order to get away from them quickly, because on hard mode they're a bit quicker, we want to put a peer down so when they do catch up, when we move from the lockers out of the way, it's going to stun them all. Burn them, stun them, just give us a few more seconds which we'll need in order to get them lockers moved out of the way and squeeze on by. Continue along here, through the apartment block 33, go through a little underpass. We're going to go all the way around the back and down into the basement. On this bicycle on the left is some energy if you want it. And just before we go down into the basement, there's a chemical on the front of the caravan. I've just ignored it. And we will be petting a cat coming up. Been a while since I petted a cat, but we will pet this cat outside. So come straight into the basement, go straight ahead. I'm not going to grab any loot. Come straight down here. Move the locker out of the way. So be very, very quick in this part. And what you want to do first, as soon as you move the locker, put a pier on the steps. Yeah, put a pier there, guys. Doesn't matter what step, 4th step, 1st step, whichever you want. Just make sure it's on that step. Then you want to come left, around to the door where the key is inside, and then wait. Yeah, so cell number 94. Grab a key from behind, and then you want to go this way around. So yes, go right back around to where you came in. Then you're going to start moving the locker. An enemy would normally catch you, but because you put that pier down, it's going to keep them away. And there you go, it's just exploded. So they catch you really quick on hard mode. And we'll come outside, we'll go left, pet the cat, get the core, then go down into the bunker and try to get another long cutscene. A lot of guys I've read on this, they mention about hard mode, where New Game Plus, where you can use your R Blessed. It's a lot better because you can use R Blessed to kill enemies quickly, because you can make ammo, but you can't because ammo is really expensive to make. Yeah, so pet the cat, guys, to get the core. You can't do that. Yes, I don't know why guys have like mentioned how good it is to have the R Blessed New Game Plus when it's not. I mean, yes, technically if I fully upgraded my suit in New Game, all my core now would be in order to craft R Blessed ammo basically. Unless I did want to upgrade my torch fuel and pierce. But you've seen how good it is to have maxed out torch fuel and pierce. It makes them a lot stronger. Having torch fuel last for about 10 seconds is really nice. So yeah, all this chatter about the R Blessed being good is not. Probably at the end of the game when we've got more cores to spare. I think I need 9 cores in total to fully upgrade my suit. Yeah, from now on I need 9 cores. So what you'll see us doing, we're going to wait until we've got 9 cores together. Then we're going to get all the final upgrades for the suit, and then we're going to start crafting R Blessed ammo. Then we'll probably use it for a few fights and going forward. Just get rid of big enemies quicker. So another long cutscene. After that one, yet another long skippable cutscene. Now you'll get the essence. You'll get Edward Wojniowski, or something his name is. Yeah, so get that essence next, guys, Edward. Once you've got his essence, yeah, that'll make it so you deal more damage against burning enemies. You'll be back up here near the station. Head downstairs. I think we get into Steelworks in this video. Yeah, I think we do. The Steelworks goes really quick, by the way, because we're not going to be exploring everything. We're not going to go into all those rooms where you have to put in the code and eventually it leads you to another document with the code for the next room. We can skip all that, yes, and get through the Steelworks a lot quicker. And once down in the station, just approach this big double door. It should now open, now that you've got Edward's essence. Head down to the terminal and interact with it, guys, for another very, very short cutscene. Which you can skip in another time, perhaps. Not in this time. We have to watch it. Again, dialogue choices do not matter. I'm going to pause it. Edit that cutscene out, guys, so just pause your video if you need to. So after that cutscene, you'll be back in this like little living room. So once done here, you're going to come into this room nearby. You can grab there's actually a first aid kit we're going to grab on the way out. But what you want on you now is you want your dagger handgun, of course. Your dagger handgun, 15 ammo should be enough. I think 30 is probably a bit too much. And you want torch fuel times 8. Yeah, torch fuel times 8. We're going to be using quite a lot of that going forward. Yeah, like I say, you might want to have just 2 pierce as well, just in case. So yes, in there is a first aid kit. Just going to keep that with me just in case I ever need it to heal. Or it looks like I've just used it now. Then we're going to come outside here. There'll be another cutscene. This one you can skip. Finally. And then after the cutscene, you want to come into Station A. To the northeast. Once in Station A, we're going to go down the next set of stairs to the next platform. We're going to the safe room, because in the safe room there's going to be a core, some handgun ammo and chemicals which we'll collect. Core being the most important. Yeah, this safe room in here in the far right corner. So grab the core from this locker on the left, and on the table in the box, handgun ammo and chemicals. Put the core in your stash if you want to. But it's not really mega necessary at the moment. As long as you've got a few slots to spare, you should be okay for anything you find. We're going to come down to where the tram is located. Then we're going to go left into the technical section. There's a bunch of enemies in here, which do not spawn until you've kind of unlocked the first door. So I'm going to take a few out just because you have to come back through it a few times and they can get in your way. So take out that enemy first with a few headshots, grab a metal scrap and take out this enemy next quickly. If not, these enemies are going to get up on your way back and you're not going to be able to avoid them. And then they'll be in your way again a bit later. And then we're going to grab the core from the room, the cat, they'll be waiting outside. So in here, take the enemy out through the open doorway before going through. Then go through this crawl space, and then on the right will be some handgun ammo. I did not mean to take the documents, just ignore that. You just want the handgun ammo. Right, turn on the first generator. This door will unlock. We're going to take out the strong enemy up ahead. Just get a few headshots. What, about 3 or 4 headshots? Take him out. Then come back through here. If we did not take out them 2 normal enemies, they would be getting up round about now to chase after you and give you a nice love bite. But they're dead now. Come in here. You grab that integrity scanner. Once got that, we're going to continue down and go into the infested area. When you go into the infested area, first of all, kill the enemy on the left. Use your gun to do it quicker for any other enemies catch up. So shoot that one a few times. If not, it's going to grab you on the way out later. Kill that one. Kill this one down here on the far right. That's it, that one as well. And this one here on the far left. That one is currently alive. Them other 2, they spawn on your way back. So it just saves them grabbing you. Come in here. Come in this corner so you can see that enemy through the corner. Take him out, then make your way around this passage. And near the back pillar, there's going to be an enemy hiding. I'm going to take him out next. Yeah, wall enemy, otherwise it's just going to grab you when you run past. And in the far corner here, near the terminal, is your final wall enemy for the time being. Take him out. That's it. Once you take him out, come inside, grab any loot which you can find nearby, and then interact the second generator. That's it. All generators are now online. We can go to tramps now. Retrace your steps. Back in the terminal room, the control room, sorry. Go left again. Come out here. Enemy will spawn in front of you, but just keep running, and you can just be able to evade him. No wall enemy should grab you because you already killed him. And then as we go up these steps, I normally drop a torch shell. It normally makes me invincible for 3 seconds so I can avoid the acid and avoid his attack. So yeah, drop a torch shell as you go up. And then up here. So then enemies will be waiting for you if you didn't take them out earlier. You're going to come out here and then come right around the bench. Go left and unlock this side room which is now open. Inside here will be a cat. The enemies like to wait outside this room, by the way. But there should only be 1 or 2 waiting now, so we took most of them out earlier. So give the cat a little petting. It'll drop a core. And then in the bathroom will be a chemical. Grab the chemical, then quickly go and use the tram. Yeah, see there's an enemy over there. I think he's going to miss this train, so he's running on ahead. And he's gone now. He's probably sat down in the tram at the back somewhere. So once in the tram, go right, you're going to get a new essence. This will be Lydia Marzek. Now with all the Marzek essences, you need to have all 3 on you all at once. So this Lydia one, do not overwrite it until I say. I mean, I'm going to tell you about all the essences anyway, so you don't need to worry. But just in case you do decide to push on, because you can't wait for future videos, yeah, you need to keep Lydia. Keep Lydia. And once you're done, pull the lever to operate the tram. Then we're going to come back, go left. We're going to go left around this left pillars here to grab a chemical and then approach the safe area up ahead. Up here you're going to find some handgun ammo on that small cube, and around here is a core in that locker. Then I'm going to head over to the stash. Yeah, so with the stash, as you can see, you want about 6 torch fuel still, a bundle of handgun ammo and the dagger handgun. I'm just going to save my game. And what you might want to do going forward, instead of taking stuff out from your stash, just buy it, guys, from a workstation. Yes, just buy a few. What you'll find with ammo and stuff, it will kind of queue up. So if you do not buy some from like 4 workstations, when you get to workstation number 5, it will have all the ammo from the previous one. So do not worry about not buying it. It will kind of like queue up other ones, which is nice. And then once ready to go, continue outside. There'll be a brief cutscene. First of all, we're going to come to this tent on the right. Going to grab a metal scrap on the shelf. Come out the far left door. Then go right. We'll have about 5 enemies coming up, which will kind of sprint towards you. They're hard to see because of all the sand and the headless enemies. But if you can't see them, they might be trying to merge like out of your view. So you might need to move forward a bit. So there'll be 5 enemies as you kind of get to this point in a second. Here we go. So stay still. The headless enemies with the dagger handgun, they normally take about 2 shots to their weak point, where their neck is exposed. So if you think there's one remaining, like I said, there should be 5. It might be trying to merge. So move forward a bit so you can see it, and then take it out. So once it's got all 5 enemies, head to the end. Loot this locker for some handgun ammo. And you want to manipulate that crate. Right, and then burn the biomass. Drop down. And you want to stay on the stone paths because you know it's not going to trigger any enemies. So yeah, remember this area, if you go near any mounds, it can trigger enemies. So just stay on the stone path. Now on the path forks, follow it right. There's going to be a mini boss here. We're not going to kill it, just drop a torch fuel. Yeah, drop that torch fuel, and that will make it so you've got enough time to complete these next few steps, because it will follow you all this way to the far end of this area. But if you burn him with a torch fuel, that'll leave him burning for about a good 10 seconds or so. You can come here, manipulate the Oddity, go back out, get on the platform and manipulate the next one before he gets a chance to even get close to you. Gives you plenty of time. So manipulate that Oddity in the roof, go back out, go left, go into this platform, and then manipulate the next Oddity. Yeah, if you look, you probably see him making his way towards you now. Yeah, there she is. Too late. Once you're up here, use ladder to go back down, and we're going to make our way into the Steelworks. We are going to be skipping a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff, so you do still need 100%. You're going to be here for a lot more than what I am. We're making our way over to the next safe room. There is a pier somewhere in the safe room, but I kind of forgot where it was, and I gave up looking for it and just ended up crafting them. Because 2 piers are going to come in very useful in this next part where you have to move the locker out of the way. Loads of enemies spawn in this next room, but we're going to skip them all. We're not going to kill any. We're just going to run to the end, put a pier down, pull a locker, go through, drop another pier, pull the next locker, and then shimmy through a gap, and then you're safe anyway. In here, there'll be a brief cutscene. We need to get gravity boots again. Grab the fuse. You need that for later. There's a pier in here somewhere. I couldn't remember where it was. Or maybe it don't spawn anymore. I don't quite know because we're on New Game Plus. But yeah, grab the handgun ammo from that locker, and you should be good to go. So all you really need, guys, is the fuse. And like I say, you want some piers. So I'm just going to craft some. So make sure you got piers before you come down here. Ignore me, I forgot where I was going for a second. The panel is on the right here. Just place a fuse inside, it will open the door. So as you go across this next room, a few enemies are going to spawn as you make your way forward. If you remember from New Game, we kind of took them out as we approached them to maintain the numbers a bit easier, to control the outcome of the fight, so you don't have them just all spawn at once. Well, here, we don't need to control it, we're just trying to get through a game quickly. So just sprint past them all, be ready to put your pier near this locker. So see the locker, put a pier near it, that's it, and then start moving it back. So now hopefully if any enemies get close, that's going to stun them. Pull it 3 times, run past it, go through a doorway, then put a pier near this next locker and do the same again. Move the locker back 3 times, and they shimmy through. That's it, we avoided them all. They can't shimmy through gaps, unfortunately, especially not the mini boss. In here, do not collect anything. If you collect the energy, it's going to trigger 3 enemies and start a lockdown. Just come out the far door, and in the locker on the left will be a first aid kit. You can grab that. And I'm going up here to unlock the shortcut back to first aid, sorry, not first aid room, the safe room, but you don't need to, because we're going to be back up here later anyway, and we'll do it then. So I don't know why I did. I think that's just habit. But what you need to do is, once outside here, you're going to head over to the far right door. Ignore that door with the code. We do not need to explore that area anymore. The code we need, we know what it is. It's 729. So come through the shutter door. There is a mini boss in this room, banging on a locker with a core, but you can just avoid him. Grab the metal scrap on that far left shelf from near where you come in. So stay away from the mini boss, and he should not go for you. Just come this door in the left corner at the end. Once outside, just go to door straight ahead and put in 729, guys, to unlock it. Yeah, so how quick do you get through this area? I think just getting from the safe room in this area and to that door took me about a good 30 or 40 minutes on the new game playthrough, but now we've done it like a few minutes just because we're leaving everything. So once outside, well, in this big open area, follow the stone path. Once you get to the end, go around the big lump. You can loot this locker for some handgun ammo, and then go around to the ladder, guys, and climb it up to the top. The only cores I'm collecting are along our path. That's why you do not see me going out of the way at all. That's another reason why I do not have the bolt cuts with me. I might take them with me in times where there might be a core nearby and we're literally running past the door. But at the moment, there's not really been any rooms I really want to go in. Yes, grab the chemicals on that shelf. Again, I'm probably just going to be using the arbalest for the final boss again. So once got the chemicals, come outside, drop down this ledge. I'm going to go left and grab the metal scraps. Then once got the metal scraps, you're going to go behind where you drop down. A cat will run out of the garage. Go left there. Yeah, no need to go in the garage unless you want a bit of loot, but it's only like materials, which we have plenty of. Going to make our way through this laboratory area. There'll be chemicals on the right as you come through it, just near that medical cabinet. I'm about to get to the next safe room. We have got gravity boots coming up very, very shortly in the next video. They're literally like a few minutes away. I'm sure it's going to be really quick to get rid of the spider enemies with this weapon. So yes, up to the top, catwalk, go right, and head down into safe room. We'll make a save here, and then that'll be it for part 15. Hopefully not too many more to go. I am trying to squeeze 2 new game videos into 1 new game plus video, because we're missing most collectibles. But yes, down in here, guys. Yeah, you can grab the ammo on the desk. Grab the ammo. And it's going to save game, and that'll be it for part 15. Yeah, let's get back onto this. Hopefully not many parts to go. I think this is going to be about halfway through the game after this video. And we're only, what, about 90 minutes into New Game Plus, so I'm hoping, yes, not too much further to go. But for this, first, we want the dagger handgun, of course. Our usual weapon of choice for this particular playthrough. We are going to be using the arbalest in this video, just very, very briefly. But yeah, for now, dagger handgun. You want to have about 30 ammo with you or so, because now we need to kill its... I think it's about 6 or 7 spider enemies. That way you can just run away from. He doesn't normally follow you. He gives up after a few seconds. Yeah, he's more like the watcher. He's just watching the entrance, but he will not follow you in, so he knows you're about to get ambushed by all his buddies down here. So you need to take out these, because you cannot take the boots from the guy while the enemies are active. So take that first enemy, a few shots, use that gas tank to kill this one, who always comes from the left. Grab the ammo on this barrel. Then the next one should be over here to the far right. Once he's dead, so that's 3 enemies killed so far. The next one will come just on the roof, up ahead on the left. There he is. Take out that one. You have another one to come from the same area. Again, take him out. Then there'll be one down below him. And then one more just at the end here. There we go. So 6 all together, I believe. That's all you got to kill. Once you're all dead, let's go and take this guy's boots. You probably already got his socks from the first playthrough, and just the same socks, guys, so leave them on. Unless you want a fresh pair, I guess. But once taken the boots, yes, come on to the launch pad and follow it across. Jump to that pad over there. Yeah, boss fight coming up in this video. It's going to die in literally 2 arbalest rounds. Yeah, which is a really quick way to kill him. So we're just jumping across here at the moment. Going to manipulate that one so we can jump again. Yeah, the boss coming up. If you use dagger handgun, it's going to take about 70 bullets. But the reason I use the arbalest is because it killed him in 2, which I was quite surprised. I did try the dagger first, and then I thought, this is a lot of ammo on New Game Plus. Yeah, so it's a first aid kit there if you need it, guys. I smashed a crate because for some reason it's giving me a bit of a glitch where every time I try to grab the first aid kit, it's trying to make me pick up the document instead. So I just smashed the box to make it a bit easier to grab the first aid kit. But right now it's going to come over to stash. I'm going to put the first aid kits away. And you might want to get a bit more ammo on you. So you always want, I think going through this a bit more, I've kind of realised that you always want to have at least 30 bullets on you, 4 torch fuel and 2 pierce. It's always good to have them on you guys. Again, 30 bullets for your handgun, 4 torch fuel and 2 pierce. I know that's probably a bit different to what I've mentioned in the past, but like I say, after going through this a bit more, they all come useful at some point. It's just nice to always have them ready. Now here, take the right path, and once you go over the edge, do not move forward, just launch that pad straight ahead, because if you go forward a few steps, you're going to trigger an enemy. Yeah, but if you do it that way, you can just avoid him. And then once you get back here, yes, you're going to be back in Steelworks area. You're going to go left, we're making our way back to that safe room, the central safe room of the Steelworks, because now we can use that launch pad in there. Yeah, now I've taken the socks from that corpse. Yeah, back outside. There'll be quite a few cutscenes coming up, and there's going to be a critical choice as well. It's not a big deal if you do pick the wrong choice, because we already have a trophy that particular essence is connected to, but we still want that same essence because it's better. Because that same essence, it makes it so you headshots or handguns do more damage. But the other one, if you took it, just makes it so your melee and stomps do more damage, which of course is not great. So now here, we're going to use the jump pads to launch. Save game if you want to while you're in the safe area. Just keep jumping across. Switch to this floor here, jump across again. And we're going to run along the outer walkway. Yep, on the new game playthrough, right now we would be up to finishing this video. We'd be coming up to part 7. So we are actually, although we're 3 parts into New Game Plus, this is actually 6 parts on New Game. So we're kind of getting we're getting 2 New Game parts into 1 on this, just because we're getting through it a lot quicker. So yes, once you reach the yellow rift, rotate stick, of course, until it starts like getting all jittery, and then hold it there, and you warp away. Yeah, until it starts shaking really bad. There it is, that one there. When you spawn in this experiment room, come over here on the right, and there should be a peer and handgun bullets. That's it. That's all I normally collect, just because they're fixed. Yeah, that peer ×1 and the handgun ammo ×4 on the right. Continue through the room, go up the steps into the bricked maintenance area. I'm going to go through the door on the left and then just follow the path along. Yeah, we've got a long running section. The fight coming up is very similar to how we did it on New Game. Just now, because I'm not going to be grabbing the loot, I don't bother pulling the locker back, so I don't really need to drop a torch fuel. I just move the locker out of the way, and I run past it. That easy. We do have to stop, just have to move the locker, because it triggers the enemies, and you need to take out the enemy spawns next to you quickly, because otherwise he gets in your way, and will not let you pull the locker out all the way, so he'll be kind of blocking your path, so you have to kill him first, and then pull it, continue pulling. There's a chemical here on the left. Grab a chemical, continue onwards. I really like how we kill this boss. I like that he just died into our blessed hands. We're probably going to do this for a lot of the bosses. I did try using loads of pierce. The pierce seem to be more effective, by the way, on enemies which are armoured, or not armoured, but enemies which have like weak points. Pierce seem very, very effective on them. So that boss later, which is basically the same as this guy, just with a different skin, you know, he's the same, but he's got the armor on him and he's got the weak points. Yeah, I think him, I'm going to try to just lob pierce at him, see if it kills him really quick. But yeah, this guy, you have to use your firearms. And of course, the Arbalest makes quick work of him. I do actually use a core to craft more ammo, because we only have 1 bullet and we need 2. to kill a boss. So it's going to make it so it's going to be longer until I get the trophy for fully upgrading my suit. But what I'm going to do with that anyway, I'm going to save my game, fully upgrade my suit, get a trophy, then I'm going to reload it to get all my cores back, so I can use that to craft our blessed round, which I think is going to be really helpful. More helpful than what the extra health is going to be. Right, so interrupt that locker. As soon as you touch it, spin around and kill that enemy close to you. Make sure you hit him in the head because he's armoured. Pull the locker out of the way 3 and a little bit times, that's it, then run past it. And that's it, just keep running on now. The enemies might chase you a little bit, but they will eventually give up. So yeah, just keep running on. I think I grabbed loot in that side room before, that's why I pulled the locker back, so enemies couldn't chase me. In the office area, just going to go right, go in the room at the end. If you go on the left, by the way, you'll get to a small balcony, and there's a valuable item there you can sell. But yeah, it's going to go right to the end of this corridor. Follow the path around, it's going to lead us down into the next safe room before the next boss. For this next boss, I'm going to try to get all my ammo ready, which I'm going to need for the rest of the video pretty much. So I'm going to put about 30 or 45 rounds on my person. By the way, you got a first aid kit there and handgun ammo just on the left when you come in. So stash. Yeah, like I say, you want about 30 to 45 rounds for your handgun. You want 4 torch fuel, should be plenty. 2 pierce is normally enough, and you want the R blessed and 2 rounds. Like I say, it will have 1 bullet in already, so you're going to have to craft 1. You'll need a core and 2 chemicals, by the way, to craft a R blessed round. You only get 1, and if you need more chemical, you can buy it from the shop nearby. So 1 core. Looks like I've got 5 torch fuel. I think I just took 1 because I had 1 odd number. So R blessed, dagger handgun, 45 bullets, 2 handgun bolts, 4 torch fuel and 2 pierce. And of course I only had 1 bolt for the R blessed, so I had to craft 1 more with 1 core and 2 chemical. Make sure the R blessed is fully upgraded, but it should be. Reload it so it's got 2 bullets in ready, and then drop down here. As soon as the boss spawns, just shoot him in his leg twice, guys, with a fully charged R blessed round, and he'll be dead. That's it. 2 charged shots. Yep, and he's dead. That's it. That easy. So once he's dead, I'm not going to grab all the loot. I'm just going to grab that first aid kit. I'm going to grab the gold that he drops, or the energy. Grab them handgun bullets over here. Like I say, there is more loot around the area if you want to check it. There is no time limit. And then over here is a torch fuel and more handgun ammo in that crate. Yes, all the ammo, all the crates around this boss area are all fixed as normal. Can continue up here next, and it's going to trigger a cutscene. Now this cutscene is the one with a critical choice, and if you do not pick any option, it's going to default to the bottom option, which is the worst essence. We want the better one, so we want to pick the top option. So watch cutscene. When he puts a gun to his head, shortly after you get the dialogue option. I did have to freeze the image here because I picked it a bit too quick, but yeah, pick that top option. No, I came for you. That's it. You'll have like a timer on the bottom, so you have to make sure you do it quick enough. That's it. No, I came for you. And after that, once you get control back, you'll have the essence. There you go, Arta Barika. That's the essence we want. Like I say, it makes it so your handgun does more damage on headshots. So come along here next. The other essence is the only one you don't have to collect in the game for any trophies. Yeah, that's the only essence you don't have to get. So we're making our way back up to the station. And we're going to interact. Well, first, sorry, we're going to go into the milk bar, where you'll find your buddy, have a chat with him. It's going to be a long cutscene, so I'm going to skip it. It's about 5 minutes long. Yeah, so hang on left. Left again, head into the milk bar. Have a cocktail, guys, and have a chat. And that's why you got a little mouthpiece on front of your helmet to have drinks through. Stick a straw inside it. Yes, like I say, I've edited out this cutscene, so it's quite long. It's about 5 minutes long, this one. And then once we get control back, we're going to go up these steps on the left. Now that we've got the gravity boots, we can use the launch pad just on the right. Come down onto the floor, and there'll be 2 crates, but what I'm going to take is the handgun bullets just near the shutter. Yeah, these handgun bullets there. Grab them. There is a fight coming up, but it's not going to be too bad. So in here, go through the shimmy on the right. Grab a chemical on the table just after you shimmy through. Carry on around. You want to manipulate that oddity. Follow the path around. There'll be metal scrap just on that couch, which is tipped over. Grab the metal scraps and continue down this stairwell. I'm not going to grab any of the loot, of course, because it's not really required. I've got plenty. So down here, there's a chemical to the right. I don't bother collecting it. Go left, go into the middle room. There'll be a few random crates. Now, some enemies are going to spawn. On the new game, I did put Pierce down, but I'm not going to bother. When you approach this forward fire door, it's going to trigger a lockdown, guys. First of all, a mini boss will spawn on the right. So I'm just going to manipulate that oddity to make a orange tank appear. Let him get close, melee it, and then get a few headshots to kill him. As soon as you kill this one, another mini boss will spawn. So quickly kill him. That's it. Run over to this next mini boss, drop a torch field to burn him, so he'll do more damage, and then get some headshots. As soon as he's dead, spin around. Kill him. 2 enemies spawning from there. Just 2 shots in the exposed neck. You got 1 enemy spawning here, just on the right. And then another one on the left over there. And then another one on the far wall, where that second mini boss spawned from. Oh, and 1 on that wall on the left as well. And that should be it. Yep, that's it, guys. Nice, easy way to get rid of them all. It's kind of broken down a bit more on the text guide. But yeah, it's fairly easy enough. Now in here, a enemy will burst out from the cubicles. So wait for him to burst out, otherwise you'll take damage from the door. And then run past and quickly, yeah, down barricades, just shot them ready. Wait for him to burst out cubicle. And then crouch beneath here, guys. That's it. And he will not get a chance to attack you. Going to shimmy through here next. Now in the room on the right here, when we turn on power, it's going to unlock. And there's a cat inside with a core. I'm not going to bother collecting it, but if you want to come back up here in a second, yeah, in here, by the way, on the right is a chemical. So yes, if you go back in there, in that kind of like little corridor, that's maintenance corridor, yeah, after you do this, so once you turn on the power there, go back, guys. There'll be a small room, like I say, it's got a cat in it, which gives you a core after you stroke it 5 times. I'm not going to bother getting it, but if you want to, it's there. A core for your taking, and a bit of other loot. Come in here once you're ready to move on. Unlock the shortcut door. Come back out to the right. Entrap the terminal, guys, to trigger a cutscene. Yes, this terminal just down here. That's it. Placing your anchor. Again, I'm going to edit it out. It's quite a long cutscene. Yeah, a very, very red cutscene. And now I need to start making our way over to the hospital. Hopefully the hospital is not going to take too long. I mean, we know all the passwords, so I'm hoping that's going to make it quicker to get through the hospital, having known the passwords already. So we're going to come straight up here, back to start area. You want to go left. Going to go up the steps, back through the shopping area. You shouldn't encounter any enemies along the way. There's going to be some spiders and a little mini boss near the end of the video, but that's pretty much it. Push this metal rack out of the way. Outside here, if you haven't already looted this locker on the right, you'll have some handgun ammo inside it. Ayo. Yes, continue around. I'm not going to grab any loot here. If you want to, you can grab it. But I should have plenty of loot already plenty of ammo from everything I stocked up on just before that boss fight. We're going to need a pier coming up, by the way. That's why I kind of took a few out. You don't need it. I mean, you can burn this biomass just by warping to somewhere else and meleeing an orange tank. But of course, just a little bit quicker to just lob a pier and shoot it. So launch across a few times. And eventually an enemy is going to be right in front of you when you spawn. I think this is the area. Yeah, here it is. So on your left, quickly shoot that spider enemy. That's it, shoot me a few times. I'm not quite sure why they seem to take 3 shots with a dagger handgun, but they also take 3 charge shots when using the sword handgun. Not quite sure when it's the same amount of bullets. When the charge shot obviously does more damage, but it is what it is. So you want to burn that biomass. I dropped the torch fuel, but you can also run across to an orange tank and melee it. You want to jump across them a few more times. Now here I'm going to lob a pier and then shoot it, but you can actually warp to another launch pad nearby, and there'll be a gas tank you can break in order to burn this if you do not have any piers. So pier, shoot it, warp across, jump to this next pad, jump again, and you'll eventually be in a cave. Yeah, let's go down a little bit. Yes, this cave will be 3 spider-like enemies. Remember, they take 3 or 4 headshots with a dagger handgun. The first one will spawn just on that ledge in front. There she is. Make sure she's dead. I don't think that actually killed her. The next one is in this passage on the ceiling. Take her out. Yeah, there she is. And then the last one is on that far ledge up ahead. I like to kill these because otherwise they're just going to shoot acid at you. We're going to manipulate this Oddity, melee it to burn the biomass, shimmy through guys, and go across the tram. Head across this tram. That's the one. Go inside it and melee that Oddity. Yep. Go into the second tram. Melee the Oddity again to warp to the far ledge. We're not quite at the hospital yet, but we're kind of halfway there. We'll be going to that kind of like a little Sculptor workshop as well soon, where there's a essence in the basement if you remember, and I left it there. But I did mention it in New Game. I did take you to it, but we left it. We're going to be taking that essence in this playthrough, by the way. So up here. Hop across. Hang a left. If you go right, you can drop down into that parking area. There's a bunch of loot down there, but I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to continue left here, drop down here. There'll be a mini boss near the end. I'm just going to run up to the mini boss, drop a torch fuel guys to set him on fire, then just headshot him until he's dead. Yes, the torch fuel. He is armoured, so you need to go for headshots. There we go, nice. About 6 or 7 bullets. And then in here next, and then go up to the next safe room. This next safe room, there is a core in there, I believe. There'll be 1 core, so I'm back at 9 again. Like I say, with a course, I'm going to wait until I've got enough. I'm going to fully upgrade my suits and get a trophy. Then I'm going to reload the safe, get all my cores back. Then I can put them into Arbalest ammo. Having the extra health is not going to make much difference. Probably should have done all this before, actually, instead of trying to fully upgrade my my health. So that's probably the one upgrade which isn't mega helpful when you know what you're doing. So I'm just getting my equipment ready. So I've got 30 handgun bullets. I've got 4 torch fuel and 2 pierce. So like I say, that's wants to be your kind of like default loadout all the time if you can. 30 bullets, 4 torch fuel, 2 pierce. It's going to save my game, guys, and that'll be it for that video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next. In this apartment block, we will be making our way to hospital in this video, and we'll almost be completing hospital as well, which is nice to get all that done within under 30 minutes. We're going to climb this ladder first. Come up here. You want to make sure you've got a bit of ammo with you, of course. There's going to be a few wall enemies we need to kill. I'm going to go left and grab that metal scrap just on that desk, and come up this slope. Of course, I'm missing all optional stuff, of course, as you know. Just try and get through a story nice and quick. When you climb up this ledge, kill that enemy through the window, because if not, when you walk past through this door, he's likely going to grab you. I like to kill this enemy in the stairwell as well, because if not, when you come through a door a bit later, he's going to try and grab you. And there's also an enemy in here on the wall, dancing around. Take him out. Then come through here, out this door, through this door, and an enemy will come out of that room. Make sure you take him out. You can try to run past him, but I always get stuck because he's kind of blocking the way, so I like to take that enemy out. Come in here and make our way onto the gravity pad. I'm going to carry on around the corner. The next enemies coming up are going to be a bunch of spider enemies. There'll be 3 of them. Come down here onto this next launch pad now. After launching to that one on the ceiling, there's going to be a wall and a spider in front. There she is. So take that spider enemy. When you go around the corner, there'll be another one on this wall coming down. Take that one out next. That's 2 spider enemies, 1 more to go. Drop down here, and once you get down to the floor, one will come through the wall on the left. That's it, last spider enemy. And then just through here will be the Oddity. We need to manipulate, create the path leading to marketplace. I'm going to drop down, barricade the door on the right so we can get back to the safe room. So we've got a bit of an encounter coming up. Just want to make sure you're ready. Let's see what I'm taking. So I've got 4 torch fuel, 2 piers, and I've got 30 handgun ammo extra. So just make sure you've got plenty. 30 handgun ammo, 4 torch fuel, and 2 piers, and of course the dagger handgun. Climb up this ladder, go across this bridge now, which we just formed. There is some metal scrap over here, so I'm just going to craft some more torch fuel because I was kind of full on my stock and I need more space. So you've got chemical there, a metal scrap, and then we're going to come around the corner. One of the fuses here will trigger the enemies, so pick this one I take. Grab that one first on the right, because that one is okay to take. It doesn't trigger anything. Come over here, put it in the machine. And then we're going to go back over to the left near where we came in. Now this fuse over here, when you take it, will spawn the enemies. So we're going to wait until later. We want to shoot this enemy, because this also triggers them all, but that allows us to kill one early. Kill the one which spawns next to him. Kill this headless one in the distance. Kill the enemy which spawns from here. That's it. Try not to shoot anybody else. There's a lot of inactive enemies in this marketplace, and if you shoot them, they'll get up. But if you never touch them, they're never going to spawn. And then this enemy last. That's it. If you do that the same way, guys, they're all going to spawn in the exact same order for you. Come back along here, grab the ammo on the side, and grab that second fuse. Once got a second fuse, go back to the fuse box, lock it in, and then once you approach the green door, it will trigger a mini boss and a spider enemy. So I'm going to come over here to the left, because you got to be careful when you put fire down. I'm going to kill that spider enemy on the roof quickly, and then when you drop this torch fuel, make sure it's kind of near the green door, because like I say, if it's too close to the marketplace, it might damage some other enemies and trigger them. And when he's burning, just take him out with some headshots. Take more damage when they're burning, of course. Going to come in here next, grab a handgun ammo, and then from this launch pad, we're going to jump to that one on the left. There's a launch pad in front of you just below. Do not go to that one, jump to the one to the left. The other one just takes you to like an optional area, which of course I'm avoiding. And yeah, that one's too far away. And then this one next, the one which the 2 cables are leading us to. Then jump up here into block 28. Once in block 28, you're going to make your way up here, up the wall on the side. Come all the way to launch this, along this gravity pad. Going to launch down again, and this area down here, it does normally spawn 2 enemies, but they don't spawn for me. Maybe if you keep to the left, they don't spawn, like I'm doing here. Or maybe it depends on if you grab the energy or not, which is near the right where we dropped in. But yeah, if you stay left, they don't spawn. But even if they did spawn, we're about to drop down this ledge, so they'll kind of give up their pursuit eventually once you drop down here. We're going to go into this cave next, and when we manipulate this next Oddity, it's going to trigger 8 enemies to spawn. I'm just going to run away from them. I'm going to kill the first one, because if you don't, he normally gets a bit too close and he might manage to slap you around the back a little bit. So manipulate that Oddity. That'll make the bridge. The first enemy will just be over here. Like I say, I normally take him out, because if not, it's going to give you a good slap when you try and get past. That's it, slap him. And carry on. Now you've got to be quick, because the other enemies are in hot pursuit on your tail. You've got to bail it out of there as soon as you can. Here they come. Quickly launch to that pad in the distance. There we go. Nice. Just in time, I think. That one's quite far away, so it can be a bit tricky to aim onto it really quick. Yeah, melee in the rocks don't do anything. I was hoping that's going to fly around the map. And then launch again. And one more time. Come up here and it's going to take you to the Sculptor's house. We are going to get an essence in a minute. This essence we need to take. We did not take this new game, so we need to make sure we take it here at least once. This one counts towards the... There's metal scrap there, by the way, on the desk. Yeah, this one counts towards the trophy for finding the 5 fallen travelers essence. Yeah, there's also a trophy for having all the Marzek essences on you all at once, which we're working to them both. After getting the metal scrap, you're going to come up steps, grab the basement key, go back out the way you came in, go down to basement, unlock it, and then we're going to grab that essence. It's not a very good essence. This one, it makes it so your stomp and melee does more damage. I actually got a bit mixed up with the previous one, where we had that critical choice during the cutscene, and if you pick bottom choice, you got one essence. If you pick top one, you got a different essence. And I was saying that one was the one which increased melee damage. Yeah, metal scrap and chemical in here on the right. Yeah, so grab this essence. Yeah, this is the one, sorry, which increases melee damage and stomp, as you can see. So take that essence, and I'm going to replace. Do not replace Lydia, no matter what you do. You have to keep Lydia. Replace either Arta or Edward. It's up to you which. I'm going to replace Arta, just because I want to make it so when enemies are burning, I'm going to do more damage still, because that'd be good for bosses. Of course, the headshot one isn't necessarily going to be good for bosses, but the burning one will. So yes, I've deleted Arta and replaced him with this new essence. So yes, make sure you overwrite Edward or Arta, but do not overwrite Lydia no matter what you do. We need to keep Lydia with us. That's it. So once you've got that new essence, carrying up back into Sculptor house, go out the door on the right, guys, and we're going to manipulate the Oddity and jump across a few more times. Yeah, the essence back earlier, where we had that cutscene where you had 2 dialogue choices, the one we didn't take, it increases your shotgun damage, I believe. So it wouldn't have been useful anyway, due to our build, the weapons we're using. But yeah, the one we missed, it's actually increases shotgun damage. So going to call across this tree in the small island, hop on it, and then make it red. Then head to the end, and you can launch over to the pad in the distance when it comes into view, and it's within range as well for your gravity boots. Not too long to go, guys, now until we get in the hospital. Up here, make way along. We're going to carry on forward. Now if you turn around here and go back a bit, there'll be a core. I'm not going to get it, but yeah, if you spin around, guys, follow that route just behind. It's a very small optional path, but it'll lead you to a core if you want to get it. I'm going to carry on forward through here, hop over that ledge, enter the next room, and carry on through here, and we'll eventually reach another launch pad. Yeah, the hospital goes by really quick. It's quite a surprise, actually. Basically because we avoid most of the enemies. There is a mini boss we have to go past, but I just drop a torch full to stun him and then run past him. So I'm just launching across now. I'm going to manipulate that Oddity to move the wall out of the way. Reveal a launch pad behind it. I think this is the right pad, but along here there's going to be a big hole in the wall, and you'll be able to shoot some wall enemies through it. Yeah, so almost missed it then, almost forgot. Yeah, in here, shoot that wall enemy on the left, and there'll be on the one on the right as well. That's it. Normally just 2 shots or a single headshot will take him out. Carry on following the gravity path, and you'll eventually go into that room. Now there'll be 2 more wall enemies near this far open space. There's one just on the right through there, and there's one just on the left. Kill them both, grab a chemical, hop over the shutter door, which is broken, and I'm just going to launch it again down below. And I think this is the final one. Yeah, so we've got a safe room now coming up. We're about to get a trophy out of the way, by the way, for fully upgrading our suit. There's a large medikit in here, which might be advisable to get. You can lob that in your stash for later if you need it. Yeah, so get this first one on your left, that locker. That'll be a core. Grab the core from that first locker, and over here is a pier. Grab the pier from that locker. Now I'm going to save my game. Very important, make sure you save your game here, because we're about to reload it. So save your game, come over to your stash, and take out all your cores. You should now have 9 cores altogether. If you don't worry too much, you know, in case you have missed one. Just keep hold of your cores until you have enough to fully upgrade yourself, and then you want to save your game, take them all out, fully upgrade yourself, get a trophy, reload the save to get them all back, because we can use them to craft arbalest ammo later on. So over to the workstation, temporal shell. I'm going to fully upgrade suit integrity. And there we go, forged in fire. Fully upgrade the traveller's temporal shell. So once you've done that, I'm just going to load my recent save. Of course, I'm looking for the one with the most recent time. Not necessarily the top, see autosaves always put the top. The one with the most recent time on it. So now I've got my cores back, they're in the stash. Going forward now as well, you probably want to make sure you've always got about 45 ammo on you. Because we're not going to be doing increased damage with headshots anymore, you might end up using a bit more ammo. So yes, you probably want to always keep 45 ammo on you from now on. So there you go. Dagger handgun, I've actually took 60 ammo out for this one. So in this particular instance, take out 60 handgun ammo, 4 torch fuel, 2 pierce, and your dagger handgun. Right, so carry on forward. Now we're going to make our way all the way over to the hospital. There's only kind of like one part in the hospital where you must defeat all the enemies, and that's that part in the morgue, because there's a lockdown and you have to defeat all the enemies to get free. But everywhere else, you're pretty much going to be just running past them. Other than wall enemies, I take out wall enemies because if not, they're going to grab you when you try and get past. But all the other enemies, you kind of avoid them by dropping fire or just running away. There will be a core in the hospital as well. Yes, if you are one core short, there's one core in the hospital safe room. The aim in the hospital, if you don't remember, we have to get them 3 formulas in order to make the solution to inject into the heart. We have to get the access card key first in order to access most of the hospital. So the way you have to go, you have to first, you go into hospital, you unlock the, I think it's wing, is it wing B on the left? You unlock wing B, go through there, go through the nursery, go down into the bottom, go into the morgue. From the morgue, you can eventually get to the far side of wing B, if I'm getting the right wing here. And then in wing B, you can get the access card. Once you've got the access card, then you can get all the formulas. So that's kind of our plan of attack in the hospital. Just use that time rift once you get into hospital. And here we go, a brief cutscene. Just going to head forward. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to defeat the boss yet in the hospital. You know, it's that like big boss, but it's got armour on it. Yeah, grab that chemical on the left in the waiting area. I'm going to try pierce on him. See if, you know, like 6 pierce will kill it. If not, we might end up using the arbalest. But because it's an armoured enemy, I'm hoping pierce will work on it quite well. So we're going to come diagnostic, grab the chemicals, grab the guard room key. That's it. Once got a guard room key, no, we can't go in there yet. Yeah, once you approach the elevators, after getting that key, it'll trigger a cutscene. Now we need to head back down into that previous corridor and unlock the guard room, press the button to unlock the door to wing B. That button just there. Back out here. There you go, should be unlocked now. Yeah, wing B I think it is. So into wing B on the left.
That's where my office is. Please don't mind the mess.
You want to go on that door on the left there. I wasn't looking. I ran too far forwards. Yeah, and trigger that enemy. Yeah, but I was not looking at all what I was doing. Yeah, I was looking down somewhere else. But yes, you want to go through here, guys, into the nursery. We're going to be running straight through here. Jump in the window on the right into the creche. There'll be a chemical on the right as well. Grab that as you run past. Once you've got a chemical, come to the far door. Melee the barricade. Head back through into the main corridor and continue to the end, to the stairwell. Watch out for the saps on the wall. They will explode and do a bit of damage. Continue all the way down the bottom. We are not doing any optional exploring. Now if you keep right and run over to the far left, you should be able to avoid most of these as they explode, like so. And then you want to spin around and shoot that orange tank. Crouch through here next. There'll be 3 bulbs through here in a minute. I'm just going to shoot them with my weapon. You'll use quite a lot of ammo for this morgue fight. That's why I wanted to take out quite a bit. And it's going to make it so it lasts me as well. So I don't have to keep going back into safe room to restock. Should last us up to the boss pretty much. That's 60 ammo we took out. There'll be one more. Like I say, there's 3 of these here. There's normally 2 you can see to begin with, and one will come around the corner a few seconds later. Now that you've killed his friends, he gets a bit upset about it. Once in the morgue, there'll be a chemical on the left, just beyond this first pillar. Grab a chemical, and then on the far right, on the counter, will be another chemical between these beds. That chemical just there, near the blue solution. The moonshine. Yes, come to a small office, grab the metal scrap and the handgun ammo, and then grab the underground corridor key. Once you grab that key, it's going to trigger a fight when you come back in here. So back in here, take that first enemy, stay behind this pillar, so it'll block you from the middle enemy, which might spit acid at you. Then take out enemy on the right, enemy on the left, and then the middle enemy at the back. Once they're all taken out, a mini boss will spawn right beside you. Drop a touch fuel, and then take him out with some headshots when he's burning. Once he's dead, look at the far back. One enemy will spawn at the back here. That's it. And then all the other enemies will spawn around the front part. There'll be 2 on the left. Sorry, 3 on the left. Yep, there'll be 1 on the right. Should be spawning. Yes, there she is. I think there's 1 more on the left yet. Or is that all of them? Oh no, that's it. So yes, that's it, guys. So once done, loot anything they dropped if you need it, and then go through a time rift to get back here. Going to go over to this door in the far right corner, unlock it with the underground corridor key. In this corridor here, the underground corridor, a lot of enemies will spawn, you know, as you kind of gradually kill them. But if you're quick, you can get away without really killing them. The first one which spawns will be a headless enemy. I try to normally shoot that orange tank to stun him, then quickly push his lock out of the way and run away. Yeah, like I say, if you're quick doing this, you won't have to kill most of the enemies, and there's quite a lot there. I think you have 2 headless, you have a few bulb enemies, you have a spider enemy. Just be careful on the way up, you do not run into any saps which might be on the wall. There's some metal scrap there. Up the first set of steps, grab the metal scrap, and then continue up. It wasn't a sap, it was a light. For some reason I mistook that big light on the wall for one of them bulbs. So grab the metal scrap, continue to the top. I'm going to take out that enemy. I'm going to grab the chemical. I'm going to come through here, guys, and then go left. If you go right, it takes you back to a safe room. We'll be going that way in a second. Just go left first. Now, for some reason, when you first encounter this mini-boss, he is not aware of you. If they ever fix that, just drop a torch fuel, just stun him. Come in here, shoot that enemy through that gap on the right, that wall enemy, kill it, and kill this wall enemy as well, because if not, it's going to grab you when you grab the access card or the chemical. So grab a chemical, and then grab the access card. Once you have the access card, come back into corridor. Now we want to run past the mini-boss, but now he's going to see you, because now he's kind of paying attention, I guess. I'm going to drop a torch fuel once I reach him. There's also an enemy on the right there which normally gets up when you run near him, but that should stun that enemy as well, because it's about where I dropped it. So that will stun him for 10 seconds. Now come in this room, unlock up the access card, grab the handgun ammo and the solution, the X44. Come back past the mini boss again, stun them with fire, and that's it. You do not have to go past them again. It's a nice easy way to get past them enemies with just 2 torch fuel. No need to waste lots of ammo. It's a lot quicker as well, and low risk. When you drop in a torch fuel, you're invincible for a second or 2 as well, remember. That's all we need from this part. Wing B. Wing B is done. All we've got to do now is Wing A. Move this lockers out of the way to reveal a shortcut back to the safe room. And this enemy, I've already woke him up, but it's normally laid down there on the right near that little monitor. If you keep left, you should not wake him up. But of course, I did so earlier when I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it's kind of on autopilot, a bit like that mini boss when we ran past him to begin with. So you want to come into diagnostic, and you now want to use X44 on this. Just place it in there ready for later. Once you've done so, we are going to go into Wing A next, which you need the access card to gain entry. Come through here. We've got to get 2 formulas, so we are going to have to go in this first room on the right into orthodontics or something. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, so go into this first room on the right after moving the locker out of the way.
Steelworks.
Move this locker as well, this cabinet.
We spent many hours together. Mostly just talking.
You want to go into the room on the back, but first come into this gate and shoot the orange tank to destroy the biomass.
Not particularly.
Head inside, there'll be a chemical on the left,
Probably why they took me.
just there on that little trolley,
Wasn't able
that
to.
chemical, and then grab the formula from this case.
But anyway, it's a long story for me and him. Let's focus on the task at hand.
So that is Z5. All we've got to do now is get C66. So an enemy will spawn here, take it out quickly so it don't follow you. And also take out this enemy in this room as well. You could potentially try and run past them, but they're going to follow you for quite a long way, guys, and if they merge they could get really strong, so just take them out. Now back in the corridor, go right, grab the chemicals on that left table, continue to the end. Now all we've got to get rid of now is a bunch of wall enemies. So straight into here, I think this is intensive care. If you grab anything I don't, just beware that you might trigger some wall enemies. Now kill that enemy through there, and then go in the door next to him. In this room, I'm going to take out that enemy on the right, which is dancing around. Then the enemy on the far left. These enemies might not be active when I kill them, but I'm killing them because if not, they're going to be active later on when we try to get past or something like that. So in here, grab the metal scrap, and then go left over here behind the curtain and kill the enemy in the corner. Once he's dead, come this far door. In here, look for that little gap in the curtains and kill that guy on the right, and kill this wall enemy as well, because we're going to escape later through that door. And one more, we want to take out this one here, because if not, he's going to come out, he's going to come alive when you exit this room and grab you. In here, grab the Doctor's Lounge key. I don't know why it's acid there. I think that's a mini boss kind of in that other room trying to spit acid at me. But come along here, unlock that shortcut door, come into the Doctor's Lounge using that key we just obtained. In here, you find handgun ammo, a chemical, and the C66 formula. Now I've got all formulas, just got to make our way back to diagnostic, place them all in, get the solution, and go and inject them into the heart, and then we can make our way to the boss. After hospital. After hospital, we have to go back to the terminal hub area, do a few things there, then we're going to make our way over to the Abbey. So it's not too far left to go. I've been able to squeeze 2 videos into one so far. 2 new game videos into 1 new game plus video. I'm hoping I can do it with these last 2. So there might potentially only be 1 more video left after this, assuming I can do it. But we'll see how that goes. Right, so in diagnostic, place the final 2 formulas, guys, to get the solution.
Just put them in. You'll manage.
On the way back, we're going to go in the safe room. We'll just go and inject this first into the heart, guys. Then we'll come back, go into the safe room, grab the core, which is inside, and the pier. Then we'll make a save ready for tomorrow. Hopefully the final part. There's 1 or 2 parts left, so we are pretty much at the end.
Quit, do you?
It all just depends if I can fit it all into 30 minutes or not.
Since his appearance coincided
There shouldn't be any enemies on your way back.
with the one responsible for it, but Davian thought that through him we would.
Yeah, it's a bit of a long trek
Without
all the way
those
back there,
souls,
but
the
you have to do
government
it.
decided that he would serve them to achieve their other goals.
I did think about trying to do this part and then open the admin's shortcut door and then going into that area, getting the formula. But you can't, so you have to go in that area anyway to get the access cards. And so you have to do it this way. You have to go into one side, go back to the elevator area, and then go up this side. You can't, kind of, for example, go this side first and then over to the left and then back, because like I say, you need the access card. So interact with this, use the solution on the heart, trigger a cutscene. That's it, and I'm going to go back and save the game now. I really can't see myself completing the rest. To be honest, I think there is actually 2 parts left anyway. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's not... Yeah. There's actually, in my new game guide, from now, there would be 4 parts left, I think. So, yeah, it all depends if I can fit all that into 1 hour. I think that's right. Yeah, so the title's labelled as 20, but it might actually be 19 videos. If we're lucky. Yeah, so in here, grab the pier from that locker. Grab the core from that small little table. That's it. And then just going to save the game. And that'll be it for part 17, guys. That's it. So that'll be it for that video. Welcome back to Cronos, part 18, hard mode, new game plus. Just going to check my stash first because we've got a boss fight coming up. So for this boss fight, we're going to try not to use any bullets. We're just going to use Pierce. So what you want your dagger handgun, torch fuel times 4, handgun bullets times 45, and the Pierce times 12. The Pierce are for the boss, and anything else is just our normal kind of setup for what's to come afterwards. But yeah, 12 Pierce will kill this boss. I've got plenty of Pierce in storage, so hopefully now I can get some used up. And as I get to the Abbey, my ammo actually starts getting quite low, my ammo count. Yeah, come to the elevator, guys, interact with it to trigger a small cutscene, and you'll end up down here. And then just make your way through corridors to get to that big boss area. When I get to the Abbey, yes, I do start getting low on ammo, and I've been thinking what I'm going to do about that. I was going to change my weapon, kind of go back from the dagger handgun and start using the sword handgun again, because of course it's a bit more efficient in terms of using ammo. And in the middle there, guys, put down that pier, because the boss will spawn from there, and you've put down a pier in the middle. As soon as the boss spawns, it likes to attack you. But that pier is there, it will stun the boss straight away, so it doesn't get a chance. The first stage, so that's one pier. Throw 2 more and you'll pop his weak points. So that's his first stage. Like I say, 3 Pierce will pop his weak points. Then you have to run away because his scream will normally hit you, and he always does that before he digs into the ground. And then you want to run back down to the middle, wait for him to come up again, and set him again. 3 Pierce, and then run away to avoid a scream. Like so. That's it, that'll pop his weak points, just 3 Pierce. Again, run away, he's going to scream, then we're going to run back. Now for this third and final stage, it's going to take 5 Pierce to knock him out. He's just got 1 weak point now, but stronger. So 3 Pierce, and now 5. And that's all we've got to do to kill him. Yeah, my ammo starts getting low. Once we get to the Abbey, I've probably got about 100 bullets left. And we've got 2 big encounters in the Abbey. We've got a boss fight in the Abbey, and then we've got 1 more encounter when we get back to the terminal, in the police station. So there's not too many fights coming up, but they do use up a lot of ammo. So what I'm going to try and do, I think, I was thinking about changing my weapon, but what I might do instead is just try to use all my Pierce. So as we get near to the end in the Abbey area, I'm going to try to drag a lot of my Pierce around and use them when I can, just get them used up, because at this rate I'm going to complete the game with about 50 torch fuel in my storage. And the same with Pierce, so why not get him used up a bit and conserve some ammo. Once the boss is defeated, just continue forward and you'll trigger a cutscene. There's 3 long cutscenes during this video. Of course, I've cut them out, but yeah, be ready to spend about 20 minutes, guys, with cutscenes, which you can't skip. This is the first and the shortest one of the 3. You'll get an essence after this cutscene. It's unmissable, you have to take this. Now, when you take it, do not overwrite Lydia. I'm actually going to overwrite Anthony. Yes, overwrite Anthony because he has the worst ability, basically, the bonus. So overwrite Anthony because all he gives you is stronger stomps, which we don't need. Yeah, like I say, do not overwrite Lydia Marzek, no matter what you do. The other guy that gives you increased damage against burning enemies, you can overwrite that one, but it's quite a good bonus, so I'll keep that one for now until we have to get rid of it. But like I say, definitely do not overwrite Lydia. And then once back here, going to exit the hospital, head along the path, we'll get all the memories along the way, and then we'll be back in the terminal area. Yeah, these 2 cutscenes coming up, they're about 8 minutes long each. They're quite long. Even on New Game Plus, unfortunately you can't skip them. Normally on New Game Plus, games like this, even if they don't let you skip a cutscene in the first playthrough, you can normally skip it in the second. But no, not with Cronos. They make you sit through again and again, and I think it ruins the replayability a bit. Especially when it comes to these survival horror games, which are supposed to have a lot of replayability. Having to watch cutscenes ruins it in this one a little bit, and I think again, probably not having any unlockable weapons ruins the replayability a bit as well, which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully we'll get some added in the future for future players, but just something we'll have to keep an eye out for. Yep, all these cutscene and memories on the way back. In the terminal area, we are going to get that new conductor. Remember, with the conductor feature on your weapon, you can use it to break crates and also to pop bulbs. It will allow you to conserve ammo, so keep that in mind. The conductor, you can use it to break crates, and also you can also use it to break canisters. But using it to kill bulb enemies is really helpful, because then you can just pop them from a distance without having to use actual ammo. There are some enemies in the terminal which we have to kind of kill because they follow you for quite a long time, and if you don't kill them, they're just going to kind of gang up on you and run after you and probably catch you up when you're at like a dead end act in a terminal or something, and you kind of have to fight them then. When we do get to this next area in the hub, we do actually have to do some optional stuff because we have to get an essence. To get the essence we have to get a toy store key, which is unfortunate because it means we have to go and kill a few mini bosses, so that's going to use quite a bit of ammo, but we have to get our toy store key. Yeah, unfortunately it's right at the end of this optional area. So that's that part out of the way. So once you respawn, guys, in the workshop, just continue forward back up to the surface, not a surface but the station area where the terminal is, and just head forward and interact with the terminal on the floor. That'll trigger another lengthy cutscene. Yeah, part 19 tomorrow. It should be the final one, I'm hoping. At the least it's going to be one more video. At the latest, or at the worst, it's going to be 2 more videos. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be 3 more. It's either going to be 1 more or 2 more. I've not recorded it yet or kind of optimized it, so we'll just see how I can optimize it a bit more. But if I start running out of ammo, that might slow it down because I'm going to have to start looting a bit more, but we'll see how it goes. Like I say, once we get to the Abbey and the end of this video, there's 2 big encounters left in the Abbey. There's the boss in the Abbey, and there's 1 encounter when we get back to terminal before we make our way to final boss. Big encounters. I mean, there'll be some smaller ones between, but of course they're not going to use too much ammo. So after that cutscene, of course I just cut it out. Now we're going to head back down to workshop and you'll trigger another cutscene with the warden, or wherever he's supposed to be. Looks like the guy from the end of the game, doesn't he, that you fight? Looking at where his helmet is damaged and stuff. But you have to cut that cutscene out. Thing is, with all this time travelling, you just never know. I mean, maybe the warden's actually yourself from the future. Who knows? I wouldn't say I fully understand this story, and I hope that's not a spoiler. I mean, we're on New Game Plus. You've completed the game already, seeing the endings and stuff. So after that cutscene, got a conductor, back up to the terminal. Just speculation anyway, you know. Yeah, it might not actually be a certain thing. We are going to divert power from that over to that switch, that panel, to unlock Station B. And let's head inside. This enemy on the right, behind the bars in a second, if you never shoot him, he's never going to break him down. He just leads to some optional loot, remember. Yeah, the guy on the right, just leave him. Just leave him be, guys. Right, go left. Down to the bottom platform where the tram is. We'll get a first generator. The boss coming up in this video, by the way, is the same boss as earlier on, a few videos back, which died in 2 arbalests. This one takes 3 arbalests and a few bullets. Yeah, so it's a little bit stronger. It's the same boss, just a little bit stronger. They've buffed him up slightly. Yeah, it's not been nerfed, he's been buffed. So in here, go back chemical on the shelf. Go left, we need to reroute power. We are going to want the bolt cutter soon as well, in order to reach this optional area where the toy store key is. Go over there, chemical on that shelf, and then divert that power over to the right, and then go back in the previous room and connect it to the inactive panel. Yep, that's the one. Now go and turn on the terminal. When we go back into storage unit room, we want to kill the 2 enemies. and keep left. I made a bit of a mistake here because one of these units does have a wall enemy inside it. If you stay too close to right, it'll grab you. Yes, kill that enemy like this. You see that? If I kept left, you're normally too far away. I was just too far right then, and I kind of forgot about him, if I'm honest. But on my other account, I just completely missed him altogether because I was all the way to the left. So keep left and you should miss him. But kill the 2 enemies on feet, which do rush towards you, because otherwise they're going to follow you all the way up these steps and into the next bit, which is a dead end. And that 3rd enemy will knock down the barrier to get to you as well. So come around here, take out that bulb with your conductor. Remember, it will not use any ammo. Then you want to divert that power. You want to go down here and then over to where that see that biomass? Just get it near the biomass so that when we burn it, we can go in here and divert it across to this inactive panel. So I'm going to use my conductor to detonate that orange crate. Then once you burn that biomass, it will spawn a bulb enemy. Take him out. And then come inside, grab the handgun ammo and divert the power. As soon as you do this, an enemy is going to rush towards you. So be ready. I think I should have kept that that essence which made it so your handgun does more headshot damage. Yeah, I think that would have been the better one to keep versus do more damage against burning enemies. Because then you're always going to be doing more damage, not just when an enemy is burning. And even when an enemy is burning, the damage you do extra doesn't really seem that great, if I'm honest. Yeah, it's not like a massive bonus. So you want to crouch beneath there. Do not collect that energy in that previous room on the right because it will trigger all the enemies. But in this safe room, grab the core on the left. Grab that core. Coming in next, you want to grab the pier from the locker and also handgun ammo on the right of it. Right, head over to the stash next. We need to just get some new equipment. So what you want on you want your dagger handgun, 45 bullets, torch fuel ×4, a bolt cutters, and pier ×2. I probably should have used my pier for this. Look how much pier I've got. So many. Because things with piers, you can't carry too many on you at once because they take up too much inventory space. But yeah, I should have used them for this fight coming up, but I didn't think of it until actually not long before recording this video, if I'm honest. Before commentating, actually, editing it. But make sure you've got bolt cutters, of course, and the enemy's going to burst through this door once you get close to it, so be ready to take him out. That's it. Once taken out of that enemy, continue along here, and you want to unlock this door on the right for the bolt cutters. Right, once in here, be ready because an enemy's going to burst through them crates, so keep to the left, otherwise it will damage you. Yeah, take him out. Then there's going to be a wall enemy on the left. Take him out next. And we're going to go right. There'll be some bulbs. Take out these bulbs so they don't damage you when you run past. And don't run past them because there's a wall enemy on the left we want to take out. Yeah, this guy just here. That's it, take him out. I think that's the last wall enemy for the time being, for quite a while. Right, come through here next. Now, as you approach the milk bar, a mini boss will spawn inside, so I'm going to come straight inside. Yeah, he spawns when you run past it or when you go inside it, it doesn't matter. So even if you don't come in the milk bar, he's still going to spawn, guys, so just come straight in, drop a torch fuel to burn him, and then take him out. Once you kill that mini boss, continue on. There'll be another one over here. You have to kill this one because the other enemy will not knock the door down until you kill this mini boss. So once he gets up, drop a torch fuel and headshot him to knock him out. He will be spitting acid when he's done, so don't be too close in front of him. And then take out this enemy. Yeah, look at that. It's almost used all my bullets. Just taking these guys out. Right, once you kill them, come inside here. We are going to reroute the power. Yeah, so you can move the locker to see the electric panel better, but you don't need to, as you can see. And once connected the power to that circuit, this door should unlock. So come in here next, go left, smash the barricades, and then shimmy through the wall. There's a cat in here, which will give you the toy store key, but we'll grab the ammo first. So go left, you've got a first aid kit, and you've got handgun ammo, and also metal scrap. That's all I'm going to collect. Come to the cat, guys, give it a good petting. And grab the toy store key. This toy source key, it'll give us an essence and also a arbalest bolt. We're going to come back through this door, back into the stream. Remember, do not grab that energy on the left because it will spawn. It'll make all these enemies get up and try to damage you. So unlock that door with the toy store key, grab the arbalest bolt, and then also grab the essence from this fallen traveller. So this is Marcel Marzek. Now whatever you do, do not overwrite Lydia. Do not overwrite Lydia. I'm going to overwrite David because he has the worst bonus for me at the moment. Yes, I overwrote David. That is quite a good bonus, but I've got so many torchful and stuff, I don't really need it anymore. So right now, I've got Lydia Marzek. I've got that other Marzek one as well. What's his name? Forgot it already. Oh yes, Marcel. Yeah, there's a trophy for having all 3 Marzek essences on you at once. So that's what we're kind of going for. And we also need to make sure we've obtained each Fallen Traveller essence at least once. So back over to stash now. We have got a fight coming up and a boss fight. So what you want your dagger handgun, of course. You want the arbalest weapon. You want the bolt ×1, which you just got. You want handgun ammo ×45. You want peer ×2. You want core ×2 and torch fuel ×4. With them core ×2, we're going to craft 2 more arbalest bolts. If you don't have enough chemicals, come to the workstation and buy some more. Yes, like so. And then craft the arbalest bolts. So right now, you should have 3 arbalest bolts. Remember, we found one in the toy store and we've just crafted 2 more. Right, we're good. Reload it. So 3 arbalest bolts, like I say, this boss will take, and a few shots with your handgun. I did kill him in 4 before, but I thought I need to just make sure that that 4th arbalest bolt is not doing like 1% damage, for example, because that's all he's got left. So I went back to him, I fired 3, tried shooting him a few times, and he died after a few bullets. So yeah, 4th bolt is not needed at all. So come in here and kill this enemy on the floor in this corner. That'll trigger all the enemies. Killing them that way is good because it allows you to kill one of the enemies straight away. And then kill all these other enemies which spawn. You've got 3 more which spawn in this site. Once killed all those enemies initially, now 2 spider enemies will spawn from this window near it. 1 more spider enemy will be over here. And then once killed all them, the mini boss will be next, which will spawn from here. And burn it, and then take them out with some headshots. Right, got them all. So once all the enemies are dead, the lockdown will be lifted. All we've got left now is a mini boss. Then we'll make our way. The boss. Then we'll make our way to the Abbey. All we're going to be fighting in the Abbey. There'll be a few normal enemies. There'll be a few wall enemies, and there'll be a little gauntlet where you have to kill 6 spider enemies, and that's all that's left. So up here into the power room, I'm going to grab the handgun ammo and the first aid kit. Hop down here and get your arbalest ready. Make sure it's reloaded. And then I'm going to pop this crate because otherwise it messes up my lock on. I'm going to manipulate that Oddity to make a gas tank. Now, as soon as the boss spawns in, well, shortly after, I'm going to shoot that with a conductor. And then I'm going to shoot the boss with 3 arbalests. You have to reload after the second, so make sure you remember to reload. So 3 arbalests, guys. The gas tank, 3 arbalests, and a few bullets. There you go. He's dead. That's all it takes. There will be a lot of ammo in this area if you want to grab it all. I only grabbed a few items there. But now you need to divert the power. The power panel is on the right, of course, just went past it. You need to divert it all the way over to the left. But when you get to this branch, you want to go left. Take the lower path, like so. And there we go. So once power has been activated, the ladder should come down, guys. We can climb up and go back to the power room and flip the second generator. Yeah, all them bullets I had coming into New Game Plus, and I can't believe how quick they've gone. Maybe I should have used the sword handgun. Well, to be honest, I probably should have been using Pierce right from the start. I should have been using Pierce as much as possible to get them all used up. But yeah, grab that chemical in that room. Open the shortcut door. Come in here. And flip the power. That's it. Now, take my path when we follow this way back. There'll be loads of enemies spawning in your way. Mainly bulb enemies. But if you take my path, you shouldn't run into any and have to kill any. So go left at the bottom of the steps. Don't go right, so that wall enemy will grab you. In here, take a sharp right. Back into this room where that lockdown was. Go straight through this doorway and go right around the middle pillar. If you go left, you're going to run straight into a bulb enemy. Go right around the middle pillar, then make your way through a fire exit, and that's it. You're pretty much safe now. Now just keep going right to get back to the safe room. Then from there we're going to go back down to the platform, guys, and down to the tram and use it to get to the Abbey area. Yeah, I could have been using Pierce just a bit more as I've been through the early parts of the game. Especially on the mini bosses, because that would have saved quite a lot of ammo. I'm thinking if I can use them for the boss, Eliza, but she's got so many weak points, I'm not going to be able to take enough Pierce at all for that fight. But I'll see how it goes. Maybe I can take a few to get started. Or maybe if you're good and you can throw a Pierce between 2 weak points, you can pop 2 with 1 Pierce. We'll see how that goes. It's nice how you run a bit faster during that flashback. So straight into the tram. Here we go. So to the Abbey area. I'm going to go straight outside. There is some metal scrap and chemical at the back of the tram if you want to get it. Of course, I've avoided it. Straight over to a safe room. Yeah, one of these lockers does have a core, not that one. This fire locker has a core inside it. I'm going to collect that and then go and put it in stash. So what you want now, now you're in the Abbey. Just want your normal setup, guys. Your handgun, 45 bullets, 4 torch fuel and 2 Pierce. That's all you want going forward. But if you're trying to use mostly Pierce to conserve ammo, take a lot more with you, because they're coming useful for these spider enemies. Come along here and shimmy through this gap. I'm going to use launch pads next. Go over that edge and launch over there. You can go through that window there, by the way, get a bit of loot and a comic book. But we should have it from a new game. So just keep launching across. There will be some little rooms you come to, like on the left there. You could have got some loot. You can get some loot in here, especially if you shoot the boards above your head. I'm just going to drop straight down into this alleyway. Go right. And then as you go right, you want to keep left by hugging the wall. And you'll come to this house. In this house, before you break the wooden boards, kill the enemy at the back on the wall. Otherwise, as soon as you break him, he's going to grab you. There you go. Kill him first. Then smash the boards to come in. Kill the enemy in the next room on the far left. And then another enemy should rush towards you on foot. Take him out. Make your way through here. Go right up steps. And as we approach the balcony, it's going to spawn 2 enemies. But this enemy normally runs past you a few steps, allowing you to sneak in behind him, guys, and drop down. Because once you drop down, he's not going to follow you. Down here will be a little bit of loot. You've got 2 lockers here. You've got metal scrap and chemicals on them little cubes. So you've got carbine ammo there and handgun ammo in that locker. I might start using another weapon, you know, because of course there's a lot of ammo we can buy in the shops. Yeah, melee that orange tank, it'll burn the biomass. Now, I could always buy more ammo from the shops for my other weapons like carbine and shotgun and use them a bit more maybe if I do start getting low on ammo. After going through our crawl space, here it's going to be an encounter. So I like to go right first because it normally triggers these 2 spiders here. There'll be 3 waves of 2 spiders each. Shoot that gas tank, that kill that first one. Then you've got 1 on the wall here. Take them out. The next 2 normally spawn from up here. 1 will come from over the top of the roof and 1 will come from that hole where the Oddity is. Take them 2 out. And then there's going to be 2 more. Just careful of this, guys. The rocks normally get in the way. That's it. Final 2 will spawn in this car near where we came in. Probably a good idea. Probably should have broken them crates first because I keep trying to lock onto them. And once got them all, that'll lift the lockdown. You have to kill him, unfortunately. I was hoping we could run past them, but we can't due to lockdown. Now I'm just going to manipulate that oddity. If you manipulate the other one on the far right in the apartment block with a damaged wall, you'll be able to make a bridge back to that safe room. But there's one coming up anyway, and there's no enemies in between. So come along here. Go left. I mean, there is a room at the end here where you need bolt cutters, but that's up to you if you want to go inside. I think there is a core inside it. This circuit, you need to reroute power up here into the window. That's the one. That unlocked this door below. Outside here, there is a, I think it's a military radio just on the car on the right. It will sell for 3,500. If you want to grab that, yeah, just on the car to the right. I was going to get it. I think I kind of forgot as I was running past. It's very quick to get. And like I said, it sells for 3,500. It's one of the most expensive things you can sell. All the way up steps. Yeah, we still have to go through catacombs, unfortunately, in order to get the child statue, the trident as well. And then we need to get a sword, of course, still, from that area behind the safe room. We're going to come along here into the religious room, because we still need to get the cemetery key. Push this metal rack out of the way. And we're going to reroute power. I normally do this quite easy, but I kind of, for some reason, it's not quite doing it properly. Yeah, it's a power circuit just beyond that shutter on the wall, just below it, on the right. And I'm trying to reroute it over here. You're supposed to go into a safe room and cut. Sorry about that noise. Knock something over. You're supposed to go into a safe room and reroute it half what you can in there, and then come back in here and reroute the final half of it. But if you know where it is, you can kind of do it from here. And I do normally do it quick on this, if you remember my new game playthrough. For some reason it's just not connecting properly. Keeps doing a loop. But I do get it in the end. It just takes me a bit of time. But in the side room there'll be a cemetery key and a core. Core's in the locker and cemetery key is on the bench. And that's what we need in order to access the catacombs. So now all these doors are unlocked. Come on through. Yeah, nice little light show on the ceiling there. I'm probably going to change this again slightly at the start of the next video. Like I say, I'm going to try and take all the Pierce with me. But yeah, I'm just going to save my game, guys, and we'll get the build ready at the start of part 19. We're in the Abbey area. 2 more videos to go, by the way. So tomorrow should be the final video. It's all recorded. So yeah, it's definitely the final video tomorrow. For my stash, just getting ready for this upcoming battles. So what you want with you want a dagger handgun. You want 75 bullets. Peer times 2. Touch fuel times 8. Yeah, so that's what I'm taking with me. Dagger handgun ammo times 75. Peer times 2. Touch fuel times 8. And the cemetery key. Now you might be getting quite low in ammo at this point. I am, and I had so much coming into New Game Plus, and it's gone down pretty quickly. Maybe I should have been using the sword handgun from the start, but I do make it work. Remember, you have got other weapons you can use if you need to. You can buy more ammo from the shop for the other weapons. Just upgrade them a little bit first. Firepower. You can always reset this one and put that into something else. Just go with what you've got. But I'm going to try and be a bit more conservative now, finally. So I'm going to be trying to go for a few headshots, burn enemies, stomp them when they're almost dead. You know, rather than just waste a bullet when they've probably got like one more stomp left to kill them. Just try and be a bit more resourceful to save some ammo. So I'm going to smash them 2 crates, smash these 2 here. Yeah, I will be smashing a few more crates as well now, because like I say, I'm getting too low. We've got 3 or 4 encounters to go. We've got the Eliza boss, which will use a lot of ammo, and of course the final boss. So once got all the crates, I'm going to move this rubble out of the way. I didn't smash the cathedral on the right near where we came in, just because I don't want to spawn more enemies. So what I'd like to do, come around the back here and kill all the enemies over here. That way, they shouldn't get a chance to merge because they're only going to merge in front of you and you can take them out quickly. Whereas when you're fighting them amongst all the gravestones, it's all foggy, some enemies you can't quite see, and they might get a chance to merge. And this way, it kind of bottlenecks them all towards you as well. So you can kind of burn 2 or 3 at once, and it's just more effective when it comes to using your torch fuel. So while I'm waiting for more to spawn, just going to line that up. Or you might want to wait till after, guys, if you do not want to risk it. Got about 15 enemies you need to kill. Quite a lot. So we went to merge, but I've got 3 here, so I'm going to drop a torch fuel. Of course, do more damage. Now, if you're using a dagger handgun like me, it will normally take, if they're burning, it will take about 2 shots and a few stomps. Or if they're not burning, you can still do it in two shots and a few stomps, but it can get a bit risky because it will not stun them. So if they're not burning, you might want to go for 3 headshots and then a stomp. And if they're burning, 2 headshots and then a stomp should do the trick. And if it's a strong enemy, you know, like they're a little bit armoured because they've managed to merge or whatever, they just spawn that way. It will normally take about 4 headshots and a few stomps, or when they're burning, 3 headshots and a few stomps. Yes, as you can see, I'm doing a few stomps, just save a bit of ammo. All them stomps I'm doing is pretty much 1 bullet saved. So 3 shots and a stomp on the normal guys. I thought this would get done a bit quicker, you know, this video. I think it's that fight, it takes so long. And for the boss fight, by the way, I am going to be taking in a carbine weapon, because I will not have enough ammo by the sword handgun itself, the dagger handgun, so I had taken the carbine, but it works quite well. We used a Arbless bolt to destroy the final sack on the boss. If you remember the final sack on her stomach, it's got more HP. On the new game, it took 10 charged sword handgun bullets, but if you've got an Arbless round, it pops in a single hit, which is nice. And I've got rid of all the horde finally, about 15 enemies. Once it opens, grab the handgun bullets and then carry on down here into the catacombs. There will be 1 Arbless bolt at the end here, and there's actually 1 more in the tent near the top, which you may think I missed. I did almost, but we're actually going to get it on the way out of the Abbey, just before we engage the boss. So I've smashed that crate. I'm only smashing crates along my way. I'm not going to go too far out off the normal story route. We need to progress. I'm going to push that metal rack out of the way. Shortly after, there will be a chemical on the right. You might want to start crafting Arbless bolts as well now, by the way, with your chemicals and cores. Yeah, because I left it until right at the end, and my chemicals I could buy eventually ran out in the shop, and I could only craft so many. You can't take too many with you anyway. And by the way, take out that wall enemy just around the corner. Make sure you stick to that wall I did, because if you're too far left, when you come along that passage, an enemy on the far left will grab you. But if you keep to the right, you can kind of avoid the enemy on the far left, then kill the enemy just around the corner on the right, like so, and then go through a crawl space. You carry on down here, get that crate and shimmy through this gate, get this next crate, and then move the locker at the end. I've got what I was saying just a second ago, so apologies. I was going to go back to it, but I forgot what I was saying now. If it's important, I'm sure it's going to come up when we approach that specific encounter or whatnot anyway. So here, as soon as you take the child statue, it will either spawn the enemies, they'll spawn when you take the statue, or when you unlock the safe room door. Either of them will trigger it. But yeah, the first enemy, spider enemy, will spawn on top of the statue where the child item is. One enemy will spawn on the ceiling, spider enemy. Another one will kind of spawn over there, but a mini boss spawns at the same time over here. So with the mini boss, drop a fire guys and get a few headshots. And spider enemies, if you can hit them with a pear, then it only takes a few more shots to kill them. Yes, normally 1 pear and a few shots to take them out quite well. And then once taken all them enemies, now you're going to have about 10 headless enemies drop down. Probably not quite 10, it's between 5 and 10. I've not quite been able to count properly, so it's quite dark. And they all just run at you. Yeah, but it's between 5 and 10. So hopefully you got enough ammo. There are some red tanks around the area if you need to use them. Yeah, my ammo is getting very, very tight. This is what I mean by if you are getting low on ammo, you might have wanted to bring a different weapon. After that fight in the cemetery, you could have always gone back to the save point, by the way, guys. Just restocked on whatever you needed to before you carried on down to the catacombs. You didn't have to come straight here like I did. And that's something you would have just figured out yourself, depending on what your ammo level was after the cemetery fight. We are now rerouting that power. We want to go through this hole in the top. Then we're going to go upstairs and unlock the safe room. I'm back in my creaky chair, unfortunately. I've not been in it for a few days. Been sitting on a hard chair, but yeah, the creakiness is back, unfortunately. Once the door opens, if you're too close to it, sometimes it'll get stuck. You might need to move back a few steps, give it a chance to open. So inside on the left is a core. Grab a lever on the buffet table. Grab a shell patch from there, the handgun ammo as well, and then come over to your stash. Right, so in the stash, let me catch up to where we are. So it looks like I want a lever. 30 ammo, so lever, 30 handgun ammo, 4 torch fuel. Keep a first aid kit with you just in case you don't need the carbine ammo, and you also want 2 pierce. So 4 torch fuel, 2 pierce, 30 handgun bullets, the lever, and of course your weapon. Bullets are not very effective, guys, without a weapon to put them inside, trust me. Yeah, that's one thing you can count on. You can try lobbing the bullets at the enemies. I've seen that in the movie. What's that in Hot Shots? I think it was. Lobs the bullets at the enemies. To pretty good effect it was. But you can't do that in this game. You have to put them in your weapon first. But down here, there'll be a chemical on this barrel. Use your conductor to conduct the bulbs. That enemy will get up eventually, so take him out first. Conduct that bulb as well. And there's another enemy around the corner which likes to wake up when you get close to him and pop all the bulbs. So take out that enemy as well. Single headshot. Again, use conductor to conduct the bulbs. Conduct these 2 bulb enemies which will spawn on the floor. And then carry on to the end once the acid is gone. Now around the corner, there's another bulb just there. Hidden on the right slightly. Pop that. Then around the left here is a wall enemy. Take her out. And you've got another one at the back there. That's it. Take out that wall enemy. Smash a crate, and that should be all the wall enemies for the time being. Going to unlock this lever next. You need that torch fuel and the pierce, by the way, because it's going to become important to avoid all these enemies coming up. There's a locker we have to move, but in order to give us time to move it without getting slapped behind by enemies, we want to drop a torch fuel and then lift the locker out of the way. Yeah, it'll just keep the enemies from getting too close, you know, too close for comfort. So once you go left, yes, go left at that fork. Watch out for the bulbs. You want to pop them too quickly, and then once the acid is gone, quickly get over there, drop a torch fuel, guys, and move the locker out of the way, like so. Yeah, drop it like it's hot. Right, we're safe. Locker's been moved. It's fallen back. Enemies can't move lockers, luckily for us. Now come up here next and grab a trident. Once got a trident, you want to go right. So we've got a child and we've got a trident. Going to smash them 2 crates. Carrying upwards. We're about to grab the fuse and also a arbalest bolt. I'm very happy to have this done, by the way. Yeah, I have enjoyed the game a bit, but I've lost interest very, very quickly when it's come to replaying the game, so I just don't really like the replayability in it. But I'll probably save that for a review. So grab the electric fuse, grab the arbalest bolt, guys, climb a ladder. Up the top here, grab the metal scrap. I've enjoyed making the guide, that's what I always do. That's what keeps me going. But yeah, just mean the game itself, the gameplay. Once you're back in the safe room, place a fuse in that box to unlock that nearby door. Come to the stash next, and the only enemy coming up, guys, I think we've got 1 enemy we need to kill. So you don't really need to do much in storage. You can just free up some space. So if there's anything you pick up along the way, you've got space for it. You want to come out this door, we just unlocked with the electrical fuse. Yep. And then continue on through here. Like I say, there should be one enemy we have to fight. No, sorry, I think is there 2 wall enemies as well? I can't actually remember now. We'll find out in a second. But yeah, grab that handgun ammo on that corner. Then spin around to the right and use the launch pads. Jump up once, then jump to the left. Jump to the right, criss-cross. Jump forward 2 times. No, 1 time. Oh yeah, here's a wall enemy. So through that crack. Otherwise he's going to grab you later when you go and grab a sword. And this one in here as well. That's it, that's the 2 wall enemies. Take them 2 out. There's a crate there. I've just conducted the crate. Crouch through this little crawl space. Bathroom there if you want to check your hair quickly in the mirror. Continue on, past the statue. You know, I should have changed my costume. I didn't even realise, but we unlocked a costume when we completed a new game. I should have equipped it for this playthrough. But as soon as you crouch beneath that rubble, drop a torch shell to stun the enemy, and then headshot him a few times, and then stomp him to smash him to bits. And around the corner here, guys, will be a essence. We want to take this essence, and this is one of the Marzek essences. So whatever you do, do not overwrite any Marzek essence. You want to overwrite Edward. Yeah, sorry Edward, you are getting overwritten. Yes, you must overwrite Edward. We're going to get a trophy here. This is for having all 3 Marzek essences on you all at once. It's called Togetherness. Gather the essences of Lydia, Marcel and Christoph. You need to wait for it to be fully transferred, and there we go. Togetherness. Yeah, you need to have all them on you all at the same time. Right, and once got it, guys, we're good to go. So a chemical there, by the way, near the doorway. Grab that chemical, come in here, smash the 2 crates, grab a loot on the table, and then grab a sword. We'll make more use of it than what the statue will. So crouch out through the window, go right and drop down, and let's get ready for the boss fight. What are we in? 13 minutes? So that boss must take like 15 minutes to kill. Damn, it's a long boss fight. Yeah, back to safe room, and we are going to get ready. So what I'm going to do, we are going to first go and unlock the door by doing the puzzle, because otherwise you just don't really have much inventory space. Then we're going to come back and restock up again. Like I say, you might want to craft a bunch of arbalest bolts now. Keep using the terminal, the workstation, to grab chemical, guys. Craft some arbalest bolts with your cores and then place them back into the storage. Okay, so what I'm taking out, I'm taking out a trident, the sword and the child. And you want to keep a few empty slots for this shield and cauldron we're about to pick up. So grab a shield. Shield and the cauldron. And then the way I'm going to do this, guys, is from left to right. So on the left one, that will be the cauldron. The next one along will be the child. The next one, number 3, will be the shield. And then over to the other side, number 4 will be the sword. Sickle is in number 5 and you cannot move it. And then the final one, number 6, is the trident. That will unlock the door. Right, let's come in this tent quickly and grab this arbalest bolt. I almost forgot. So shoot the orange tank to remove the biomass. Grab all loot inside. But what is important, of course, is the bolt. There you go. Now, once got the bolt, we're now going to go back to the safe room. Get ready, guys, and save our game in case you make any mistakes. So, ammo. Yeah, ammo for this fight. We're actually going to take out the dagger handgun, the arbalest. We want 2 arbalest ammo just because you can fit 2 in the clip. We want the lance weapon. We want handgun ammo times 30, torch fuel times 2, peer times 2, and carbine ammo times 90. Remember, you can buy some from the workstation if you don't have enough, or if you have different weapons to that and lots more ammo for something else, you probably use that instead. This is what I had to do. The reason I'm using the lance is because that seems to pop the bubbles the quickest for the least expensive ammo. Because if you fully upgrade firepower on the lance and charge it up, 3 shots of carbine ammo will pop an egg along with 1 dagger bullet. So if you fully upgrade firepower on the dagger and the lance, fully charged lance, it will do 3 charge shots and then 1 dagger shot, and that will pop an egg. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, I think that's the most effective way to pop them. I mean, I've not tried to bring the shotgun into it, but just because with the carbine you can hold so much more ammo with it, and I just think it works really well. So I'm going to upgrade the firepower first, then clip, and then charge speed last. You might run out of money. If you do, that's why we did firepower first, clip, and charge speed, basically in order of importance. The main one is to make sure you get firepower. You can kind of manage without the rest, but you definitely want firepower. Right, save your game. So I'll just go over that again, guys. So dagger handgun are blessed bolts times 2, the lance, handgun ammo times 30, torch fuel times 2, pierce times 2, and carbine ammo times 90. Yeah, that's what's working for me. Now as you come in, you can quickly pop the crates by conducting them. Yeah, connect them all together with some conductors. Right, so here we go, the boss. You probably remember how to do this on a new game. Can't really grab much at the moment because I've got no inventory space. But you have to wait for a moment for the eggs kind of appear, because they're all kind of protected to begin with, and it takes probably about 5-10 seconds for the first eggs to become exposed, but now they are. Right, so remember, if you're doing the same setup as me, it's 1 charge shot and 1 dagger bullet. I know it's a bit slower. I mean, if I had plenty of ammo, I'd just be using a dagger, but I don't. So I'm having to be a bit more conservative. Remember her attacks. To begin with, she'll just spit acid away what was last when she's about to spit, and then you just move out of the way and you'll evade it. And you just keep moving out of the way. So when she does an attack, just move so you're not in a direct line. And then once popped all the eggs, she'll then spawn a few enemies. And now they're going to start spawning. After you kill these first few, they'll spawn kind of on the left and the right, one at a time. This first bunch, I just use a dagger handgun to take them out. And it's back to normal on these egg sacks. But like I say, now watch out because you have one enemy spawning on the left or on the right. They'll kind of alternate. So again, charged shot from carbine and 1 dagger bullet. And then once you pop these eggs, it's going to spawn about 8 enemies. And this is why I've got the torch fuel and the pierce. So when the 8 enemies spawn, after popping this second batch of eggs, we're going to try to round them all up. We're going to drop a fire to lock them all into place. Then we're going to kill every single one with a pierce. Yeah, make sure you grab any ammo they drop. So there's another one. Yeah, if you shoot the orange barrel between the egg, it normally does most of the damage to it. So only take 1 more dagger bullet. Right, I think that's all the egg sacks. No, I think it's 1 more. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, because she'll always start, behold our body, pilgrim, our flock. Yeah, she'll start the 3rd batch of eggs with that dialogue. And this spawns the 8 or so enemies. So like I say, I'm going to try to round them all up, because if not, it's going to waste a lot of ammo. And then drop 1 torch fuel to lock him into place, and then try to lob a pier in the middle. That torch fuel just gives you a bit of a window to kind of get your bearings and spin around and line yourself up properly. That's it, got them all. Right, now you want to quickly take out her next batch of eggs, because if you're not quick enough, she will eventually spawn the 8 enemies again. I mean, now they'll kind of spawn 1 at a time. Yeah, she'll spawn them 1 at a time for probably about 4 acid attacks, and then she'll spawn the flock again, and she'll just keep repeating that. So yeah, you want to try and get rid of these eggs as soon as you can. So remember, charge shots from the carbine and from the lance, and then a single dagger shot. And watch out for any single enemies that are spawning at the same time. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I have no idea what happened there. Yeah, luckily there's no throwing these in my line of fire then, because they would have been dead by mistake. Right, is that the last one? Just in time. She's about to spawn the flock, but I just managed to stop her. So once you've knocked out them 3rd set of eggs, the 2 oddities will spawn. So you now want to manipulate these oddities to make all the acids kind of go right in front of her, because it will raise that ramp, remember, and you can actually stand on that ramp when you attack her. Make sure you smash the barrels as well for some loot. So now with these eggs, these are stronger. So with these ones, they're going to take 2 charge attacks from the lance. Yeah, 1 charge attack and a single dagger, but it will no longer cut it, guys. They've got more health. So 2 charge, that's it. And watch out for the other enemies which spawn in the meantime. You'll have the bulb enemies, which you can pop with the conductor, so you don't have to waste ammo. I mean, it's nice this way, because you can just keep hold of the carbine now. You don't have to keep switching to the dagger. Unless, of course, you try and shoot a headless enemy. Remember, you can use a conductor. I think I kind of forgot when I was shooting the bulbs. But yeah, you can shoot them with your conductors to save your ammo. And so we've got the arbalest ready for the final sack. So that's all the sacks. The last one's going to appear on the stomach. Just give it time. And 1 charge shot from the arbalest will destroy it, which is nice. Right. Yeah, she likes to spawn about 4 or 6 headless enemies before a sack spawns, I think. Right, let's do it. Arbalest bolt. And that's it, the boss. Nice. It's a shame the game lobs so many encounters at you near the end. Well, it's not a shame, I just mean throughout the first part of the game, you've got a lot of ammo, haven't you? Kind of like the first 2/3, you've got so much ammo, and you get to like the last third, and you've just got like so many encounters, like big encounters as well, and it eats all your ammo really quick. If you've not been lucky enough to be building it up like we have, especially like we did in a new game. So been quite lucky really. But since that cutscene's finished, grab any ammo lying around, grab a Pathfinder, and we now need to run to the end. So I am going to try to just run past all these enemies, but this is where some first aid kits could come useful. Like maybe I should add a few more chemicals so I could craft first aid kits. But every time I try to shoot these guys, my dagger always misses. It's a bit annoying, because you have to give it time for the reticle to focus, obviously. So it's up to you how you want to do this. You might want to take it slowly. Remember, these are quite weak. They all die in 1 headshot. Sorry, just 1 shot anywhere on the body. These ones are weaker. I'm just using my pierce there. I've not actually tried going back to safe room before. You know, after beating that boss. Orange barrel. Got some red barrels there as well. Torchful could come useful here. You know, if you have plenty of torchful, you could just keep stunning them. You know, run past, stun them again, run past. Just keep doing it that way. But once you get to the end here, you'll trigger a cutscene. So all you got to do is get through that doorway, guys, and you're safe. You'll be back in the terminal. Yeah, we skipped out the tram ride. So once back here, you might realise by now, but that handgun in our hand is not actually a dagger, it's a sword handgun. And it's not upgraded at all. For some reason, even though you've got a dagger handgun with you, the game gives you the sword handgun during this part where you're carrying this heavy dude around. And you've got this enemy to kill. That crate, which I broke, always has 5 handgun ammo inside it. It's to make it so you can kill this enemy. So just give him a bunch of headshots, guys. If you just got the default sword handgun with no upgrades, it's probably going to take about 5. That's it, take him out. And you want to continue along here. Go on this fire door. And we're going to lay the Pathfinder on the table. Once we've laid him down, we're going to grab all the loot in the area. There's quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit of loot there. Yeah, just round him, you've got... No, that's wrong. Oh yeah, so you've got a medium first aid kit, you've got shotgun ammo, you've got a police master key. Please make sure you get that one, you definitely need it. You've got carbine ammo, you've got handgun ammo, and you've got a peer. So yeah, grab all that loot, guys. Like I say, make sure you grab the police master key as well. We need it to unlock this door coming up. We're going to come back upstairs and we're going to go to far right safe room, but keep away from the police door on the left, because if you don't, you might trigger the enemies, and we don't want to trigger them yet. Yeah, so keep right like I just did. Do not go left near the police door. All the way over here to the far right into safe room, and we might get ourselves ready. Again, like we did earlier, well, like I advised you to do, I didn't actually do it myself, but you might want to craft some more Arbalest bolts if you can, just ready for the end boss later. And all we want to do now is go back to the handgun. And what I'm going to be taking into this next battle. So this next battle is not too bad. So you want the dagger handgun, 45 bullets, peer times 6, torch fuel times 4, and the police master key. So again, dagger handgun bullets times 45, peer times 6, torch fuel times 4, and the police master key. Just healing myself up there. We've got 2 of them mini bosses coming up, or bosses, where they're kind of like armoured and they got the 3 sacks on their body, but they're actually really easy to kill. Just 3 pierce will just kill them both straight away. Really easy way to kill them. But yeah, just going to save your game, guys, and that'll be it, and then it'll be a final video tomorrow. Hey, welcome to part 20, the final part. We're about to get the platinum and pretty much complete the whole game. We'll get a final ending in this one, which you can only unlock on New Game Plus. I'm just getting my kind of like equipment ready for time being. Got a brief encounter coming up, 2 mini bosses, a few spiders to kill, and then the final boss at the end. So I'm taking with me dagger handgun, 45 bullets, peer times 6, torch fuel times 4, and the police master key. Going to make our way back down here. Now, if you don't quite have enough handgun bullets, you can bring some other weapons, but you definitely want them peers. You definitely want them, so you need them for the mini bosses, kill them quick. And the torch fuels can come in handy for actually stunning all these while you shoot them with your weapon of choice. So I'm just going to burn them and take them out when they're burning, because it kind of locks them all in place, makes it nice and easy. Just going to run back near the middle, drop another torch fuel. Quite a lot of enemies there. You got 1 mini boss, and I think it's about 8 normal enemies, give or take. So another torch fuel. That should stop them merging as well. The last big encounter, this one. The 2 mini bosses coming up will be very, very easy to kill. All they need is 3 pierce, even on hard mode, and it pretty much kills both of them at the same time. 3 pierce for 2 mini bosses. You got a final boss at the end, which needs a lot of ammo. But I'm going to be using most of my Arbalest bullets for him. So I'm just going to come through here next and shimmy through this gap. If you need any more loot, of course, check the nearby rooms. I think one of them's got chain on it, so we need bolt cutters. Push his locker out of the way, and then come aside to the cell area. Now there's a Arbalest bolt here, which I kind of missed on New Game, which I'm a little bit sad about. But thanks for bringing it up in the comments, because I just wouldn't have known it to say otherwise. So initially I thought you can find, I think, 3 or 4 Arbalest bolts in the game, but it's actually 1 extra, because of that one you can find in here. So I'm just going to unlock the power room using the police master key, and then turn on the power guys to unlock the cell. Yeah, the cell door is on the left. I think that's why I missed it, because I thought this was a room at the end of this kind of like little dead end, this T-junction, but it's not. It's actually cell behind this room to the left. I think that's why I missed it. Yeah, go left. This is cell, which I missed. So inside here is a Arbalest bolt. Grab that, guys, and then come in the cell on the other side. Inside here is going to be our final essence. So take that essence. This multiplies your damage, supposedly. Yep, and I didn't mean stand on that enemy. So that headless enemy is actually where the Arbalest bolt was. I did actually mean stand on him twice and then pick up the bolt, but apologies, completely forgot about him. Yeah, but he was hiding quite well from me. Didn't even see him. But it's just a basic enemy anyway, so it's quite easy to kill. So final essence. And this should pop another trophy. The Preserver. Transfer the essences from all fallen travellers. 5 in total. And that's it, we've got all the essence trophies, so now we just need to complete the game, get the new ending, and also complete the game in New Game Plus and hard mode. So we're going to come over here, we're going to go in the far right cell. In here you'll find some handgun bullets. And then let's come in here next, guys. Smash a crate on our left. Yeah, so I'm starting to smash a few more crates now. And continue forward. So when we spawn these 2 mini bosses, like I say, 3 pierce will kill them both. I normally shoot them at the one on the right. Try to keep it near the left side of his body. That normally hits them both. And I think the pierce works so well on them because it damages all the weak points all at the same time. So whereas you normally pop one, the enemies would dig into the ground, pop up somewhere else. Because the pierce pops them all at the same time, it just kills them outright, which works really well. Yeah, so 2 of these guys. So once you spawn in near that orange tank, they're about to spawn. Just get rid of your pierce, like I say, 3 pierce and they are toast. Yeah, they'll just turn a bit all crispy. That's it, 3, that's all you got to do and they're dead. So quickly, we're going to grab some of these loot. You can grab this before you kill them, but if you do, it's going to split them up and you might need 6 pierce. But if you are short on ammo, it might be a good idea to grab all that loot. So in this room, we've got to make that really long conductor line using the conductors. There's probably another path to take than this, but this is one that always works for me. And for some reason, I kind of thought it's different to what it was like on normal difficulty. Maybe I just couldn't quite remember the path I took. But yeah, I remember doing it a little bit different. But I think that's just me not quite remembering it properly. Yep, all the way back here. Up this pillar. And then we should go along the ceiling to the back wall and down to the inactive power box. There she is. Right, that will open this door here, take you back to Pathfinder. And then just interact with the door at the back, guys, and you trigger about 5 cutscenes. We're going to be at the stranded outpost. We'll grab some of the loot in here. There'll be some handgun bullets, some shotgun bullets, some carbine ammo, and there'll be a core as well. As I've been saying, probably for the last video or so, start crafting, or continue crafting, arbalest bolts with your cores. Because I got to the point, I left it to the end, and I could only craft so many. I wanted to have 10 arbalest bolts, but I only managed to craft 8. You can't carry too many anyway, because of your inventory space. So we actually have more cores than what we have inventory space. So it's not like you can craft just as many arbalest bolts as you can, because you can't take them all with you because you'll run out of space eventually. But 10 you would have been able to just fit in, but I couldn't quite craft them anyway. So I'm just going to get some equipment ready for this upcoming fight. So like I say, there's going to be 3 spiders and 2 wall enemies to kill. So I'm taking out my dag handgun, Pier ×4, handgun ×30, and that's basically all I need. The Piers are good to lob one out of spider enemy, and then normally a few shots and that'll kill him. Whereas if you just go with the handgun, it takes about 6 shots or so. So I like to lob a Pier and then a few dagger bullets. So crouch rear next after pushing that metal cabinet out of the way. Grab the metal scrap, smash that crate on the left, and then launch across to this wreckage over here. Go over the edge into small ruins. Hop across. On the left here is a crate. Through here next. Some energy on the side there. Yeah, if I was going to do this again, maybe I would perhaps incorporate another weapon into it. I don't quite know. What I don't like about this game is you get ammo for weapons that are in storage. Yeah, grab that chemical there, smash a crate, and then jump across again to the tram. I do not like that at all, that you get ammo for weapons you don't even have on you. So you could be like really low in ammo, and you find a bunch of crates. Oh wow, hopefully I'll get what I need. And you get ammo for a weapon that's not even in your inventory. And I think that's something that they've kind of messed up on a bit. I mean, like Resident Evil games do something similar, but they only give you ammo for weapons you have on you. And that's what this game needs to do. And I think that's where the main problem lies with the ammo shortage. In this area, there'll be 2 wall enemies. So, through that gap there, in kind of like the 3rd room, kill that wall enemy, and then this 4th room, or sorry, 3rd room we're inside. There's a wall enemy just on the left, in like that small alcove. Take him out. That's a tall wall enemy stun. Lunge across again. You'll know when you get to 3 spiders because there'll be like a power circuit where you have to connect it. So once you reach a power circuit, you got 3 spider enemies coming up shortly after. Keep following the launch pad, launch again. That room on the left has some energy inside it. I don't really need it at this point. Got a chemical there on that cabinet. Come in here, got the metal scrap near the books. And then, no, that's the wrong way. But there's a crate in here. What we want to do is actually shimmy through this little gap. There's a locker on the right here with some carbine ammo. Then we're going to launch across. Carry on following along here. I believe there's a little bit of ammo coming up. But you can see the power circuit there. So it's going to be 3 spider enemies. So I'm going to try to use it up here. And then a few bullets on each one. One will normally spawn near you somewhere. He normally comes in there. But on this occasion it's actually come from the right. I think he spawns near where he came in. Because he spits acid but somehow misses me. So yeah, one pair and then a few shots will take him out. Which works really well. Again, here comes spider number 2. A pair and a few shots. Now it's one more spider, like I say, there's 3. And she should be around here somewhere. Oh, here she is. I missed her. That's why I bought a 6. And got her. Right, so that's all the enemies defeated for the time being. Now I need to connect this power circuit. No, I cannot connect it through a broken wall. Sorry, through a solid wall, unfortunately. So I'm going to go through that gap. Along here. Get it as far as I can along the ceiling there. And then I'll come through this opening. And I should be able to finish it the rest of the way. You don't have much of a good angle there. Because the wall above gets in the way. But you can go a bit further around the right if you want to. If you want a better angle. I was being lazy here, but it would have probably been quicker if I did that. Right, once connected it, come along here, go right, and the shutter door will open. Gonna head to the end, over the edge. Over the edge again, and now this is where the ammo is. So there's some fixed ammo there, handgun and carbine, and you've also got 2 crates you can break. Break them, guys, and continue along. There is one more spider enemy coming up, but you can run away from him if you're quick enough, so you can just launch away. And spiders can't launch because they actually don't wear any shoes, so they're kind of stuck to wherever they spawn. So launch across there, and then we need to get ready for the final boss. The final boss, the reason I wanted to take in 10 arbalest bolts is because I did do quite a bit of experimental with each phase, how many arbalest bolts it takes to end each phase. The final phase will take 6 arbalest bolts and about a clip from your dagger, or 7 arbalest. The first phase I think would take 2 if you're going to use them. The second phase takes I think 2 and a little bit of dagger ammo. The third phase takes about 3 arbalest bolts and again some dagger ammo. So that's kind of how they work. You don't have enough to take that many. You don't even have a storage. Because for some reason they made it so 1 bolt takes up 1 space in your inventory. It should have been 2 at least. But we'll make it work. I'll walk through and you have my gameplay anyway, which you can hopefully just use as reference. If you don't quite have the same ammo, you can just kind of try to adapt it a bit. So loot the core, grab the first aid kit, grab all the fixed ammo on like little metal cubes. Gonna craft some more arbalest bolts, guys, and then come over to my stash. So I'm gonna be here for a moment, so I'm gonna be buying chemicals from a workstation in order to craft more arbalest bolts. I need chemicals and cores. All my cores are in the inventory, in the stash. And by the way, to make the stash scroll quicker, if you hold down on the D-pad, but also down on the left analog at the same time, it moves a bit quicker. So holding down on 2 things at once will make it speed up a little bit. I know there should have been a button to like skip a page like R1, but I did try every button. I couldn't figure it out, so I don't think that's in there yet. Anyway, the time I'm making this. Unless I've missed it, but I did try every button. So I'm just going to craft a bunch of arbalest bolts. You see me keep buying chemicals, but you see they do eventually run out. So I'm just going to keep buying them, crafting, buying. This is what I mentioned about crafting them a bit earlier. So you didn't run into this problem what I did where no more chemicals are spawning. But I'm going to be taking 8 into the battle, which should be plenty. And then all my other slots I can just put handgun ammo inside them. So what I'm taking into the fight is I'm going to take dagger handgun ammo times 60, and the arbalest bolts times 8. So handgun times 60, arbalest bolts times 8, and the dagger and the arbalest, of course. I've tried using Pierce on him. They don't really do much. I mean, yes, they stun him. But the problem is, he could have been Peer or a Torch Drill is going to take up inventory space, which you need for other stuff. If you are going to take other weapons, remember you can buy ammo here. You can always reset your dagger if you have completely no ammo at all. Upgrade another weapon and then probably take some ammo flat. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of combining my handgun bullets with arbalest in a way. I mean, there'll be some stages where you can like lob 1 bolt, arbalest bolt, and then if you hang dagger bullets, 2 arbalest bolts and a full clip. The final stage, I think I fire 6 arbalest bolts and a clip of dagger also, and that kind of like knock him out, finish him. So I'm about ready. Right, so we go. So yeah, I've got dagger, arbalest, 60 extra handgun bullets for the arbalest, and 6 extra bolts. 6 extra bolts for the arbalest, and 60 extra handgun bullets for the dagger. And of course, I've got 2 bullets already in the arbalest and 13 bullets in the dagger. So I've saved my game, just in case you need to reload and change your build again slightly if you find out what you've got ready so far don't quite work for you. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to shoot him about 20 times with the dagger. That'll knock him into phase 2. There's 4 phases, remember? Yes, 4. So phase 1, like I say, about 20 shots. You won't get all 20 off straight away. You can only get about 13, well not 13, probably more like about 10. And then try and get about 10 more as he warps around. Yeah, so there we go, like I say, about 20 bullets. Right, so phase 2, immediately I like to shoot him with an arbalest, and then I finish him off with a dagger. So just 1 arbalest bolt to begin, and then he likes to kind of spawn behind you and run and do that charging attack. So yes, 1 arbalest immediately to begin with, and then probably about 20 dagger bullets. That's phase 2 done. So for phase 3, again, hit him immediately with an arbalest bolt. Now you want to wait for him to run near the middle and start charging his big attack. And then I shoot him with a full clip of dagger ammo. And then another arbalest bolt. So when he runs to the middle, yeah, full clip of dagger, then arbalest, and another arbalest bolt, that's it. And then I just finish him off with a few more dagger shots. So immediately arbalest, then a full dagger clip when he runs to the middle, and quickly another arbalest before he finishes his attack, and then a few more dagger shots, and that'll knock him into his final phase. So for his final phase, again, immediately shoot him with an arbalest bolt, then wait for him to run near the middle, and then we're going to shoot him with 2 full dagger clips, followed by another arbalest bolt quickly to knock him down. So you've got to be quick with this one. So 2 full dagger clips. That's it, an arbalest bolt. That'll knock him down. And then just fire him with a few more arbalest bolts, guys. 3 more when he reappears. Be quick before he manages to hit you with his electric attack. That's it, and these should finish him off. And then between each attack, you can manipulate the oddities. So if you don't quite kill him, you've got somewhere to run to and grab some loot. So in all these different areas, there is some loot around the area, guys, in crates if you need it. And yes, I didn't quite reload quick enough. I actually didn't realise I was out of ammo then. Kind of messed that up. That's my own fault. So yeah, I've just got hit with 1 more bullet. If I reloaded, I would have been fine, but I forgot to reload. There we go. So that's it, guys. Nice easy way to beat him. It would have been no damage, but I forgot to reload, didn't I? So for this ending, watch it, you'll get to the end. Now there's going to be 3 choices at the end. There's an extra choice, I believe it's only available on New Game Plus. So you begin anew, you need to pick that bottom option, the new one. Begin anew. That's a new option. That will give you ending C. And then we're also going to get trophies. You never give up, finish the game in New Game Plus. Shall not compromised, finish the game in hard mode. And the Traveller collected all trophies. But that ending choice will give you free from all the scars. And yeah, so brief edit there guys, just as I skip out the cutscenes. There you go. You never give up. Shall not compromised. And the Traveller, like I say, you would have got free from all the scars as well when you chose that ending. But yeah, that's it guys. The full guide on Cronos. All I've got to do now is release it into 2 full videos and of course do a review for it. You got a new skin, but you don't really have any incentive to use it now. That'll be it for Cronos. Thanks for watching and hopefully I'll see you in the next series.